Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 78 of the Blurred Podcast. As always, we have Green Tuner,
Hello.
Greencast,
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Dark Side,
Hey, what's up, everybody?
uh,
Hey, how you guys doing?
Okay. Ooh,
Good. Are we
ASMR?
doing ASMR?
ASMR. Okay.
And the Ad Underground. Hey.
How you guys doing?
See, it's funny. Like I'm trying to like purr into the mic. My mic doesn't pick it up because I have such a big noise gate. But yeah, if you guys want to hear some ASMR, come. Well, you will come to my OnlyFans where I will ASMR all in your ear and whatever else you need. But
You heard it here first.
yeah, you heard it here first, folks.
As long as you fart into the mic, that's all I need.
Yeah.
But wait, but will you have farts in a jar?
That's what I was literally about to say. I'm like, I will fart in a jar for you for the right cost. I mean, maybe even for free because I just want you to smell my innards. I feel like I kind of get turned on by that. So
Just make sure you have a lot of liver and onions that day.
yeah, exactly.
With curry on the side.
A live curry.
Aw.
You know, I'm going to do a bare ass too, so you might get a couple particles in there as well. Like
some
hey,
flakes.
some flakes.
Some
You know what
shit
I'm saying?
flakes.
you might be able to get it for free. So that's just a bonus for you subscribing and paying $50 for a fart jar. But yeah,
That's the mystery pack. That's the 1 in 100.
You're right.
Like
That's what's it called? The
randomized-
blind.
Whoa, I
the
got the
blind grab
limited
or
one.
whatever.
Yeah, you got the limited one.
yeah, buddy. It's like the golden ticket. You
Yeah.
get the gold Willy Wonka
Yeah.
ticket
It comes with a certificate of
of authenticity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a DNA analysis. This is in fact my ass in this jar. So hey, you know what I'm saying? Limited
It's a loot
offer.
bag. So it's a mystery loot bag, and you don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Kids love
Like
it.
a box of chocolates.
Yeah, kids love it. It will give you instant pink eye. I mean, it's amazing. It's a gift that just keeps on giving.
Yeah, sure.
We're some nasty fucks. Like we've obviously thought about this a little too hard.
This is the state. This conversation is happening because this is the state of the world. People are selling their farts online, and it's been normalized. So if you don't like this conversation, then this is the world that you created.
That's true.
It's not that people are selling their farts online. It's that people are buying it, and a lot of people.
At Underground's
That's the
right.
thing.
It's not that somebody. Yeah, it's that people are buying it. People are buying, bath water. People are buying nails and all kinds of like
Soiled,
stuff.
yeah. People have always bought like soiled underwear back in the day, but it's been normalized. Before it was like a very
was
Just a
cute.
Japanese.
Yeah,
just a Japanese.
that was confined to Japanese businessmen.
Yeah, right.
And they were very busy people, and they, we turned a blind eye because come on, they got a lot of work to do.
Did you ever see the meme on Instagram, or it was like a Chinese, a Japanese businessman? He's in a suit and he walks by like a brothel, and these girls are like, "Sir, like 2,000 yen, you get to see breasts," and he's like, no. And he walks past the girls. So like, we have chicks with dicks. He turns around so quick and like,
Yeah, I've
starts
seen
running.
What?
Like,
Yeah, you know what's funny? You brought up this meme like 10 times.
I think this is the first time I
did.
heard it.
Never
No,
heard
I
of
have brought it up.
he's brought it up to me before.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you know
think
what?
I
They like to party.
Hey,
They
you know,
party hard.
Hey, you know what? Party hard, chicks with dicks. We're accepting at the Blur Podcast. So
It's all good.
You know, the funny thing is-
2023, baby.
I was just talking to somebody about this recently. I was talking because I watched a podcast where somebody was like, "Hey, you're transphobic or you're homophobic if you
no.
don't like to date women who are trans." And I was like, "Man, this is a crazy state of the world. Like, why do people care? Like, it's preferences. Like, it'd be one thing like
Of course,
somebody
it's
say,
preferences.
well,
yeah.
it's like if someone said like, "Hey, I hate blah 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 X group," I'd be like, "Okay, hating them is one thing." But saying like, "Hey, I have a preference," like I think that's not nothing to. I don't think that's anything to be like concerned about because everybody has preference. Like if someone said like if a woman told me,
Everybody.
"Hey, I don't like to date
Yeah.
black men," I'd be like, "Cool, like I'm gonna keep it pushing, like no big
Yeah.
deal." So I just find it funny, like we're in a crazy state of the world where. First off, like, why do people care about what other people do in their spare time? Like, if John down the street likes to suck meat,
Let's call him Ed. Keep it anonymous. Keep it anonymous.
Well, no, let's say if yeah, I'm sorry. If a man, traditional male, likes to be with somebody of the same gender, different genders, whatever, who cares? Like, as long as I don't have to be, as long as I don't have to suck a penis, that's all. That's fine. And if I do like to suck a penis, who gives a shit? Like, it's just so weird. Like, this is such a weird
What
state.
if I like to watch it, but I hate the act?
Oh, well, that means that you just have a healthy appetite. You know what I'm saying? I like watching people eating mukbang, and sometimes I see people eating balut, but doesn't mean I'm gonna go down the street and eat some balut too. Like, I will love to watch somebody eat it. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. But will I eat pretty much fully grown egg? Like, no, it's not my thing. That's how I compare it. Like, some people like licorice. Like, when I see somebody eat licorice, I'm like, that person likes licorice. Will I eat the licorice? Maybe not. That may be not my thing. So it's all good.
Speaking of people that have like preferences, we all know Ed doesn't like black women.
Oh no,
so
I do.
Have like a...
Hold on. I do like black women, but some black women don't like me.
Wow, like we were literally
getting right into this. Man, what a turn!
We were literally going down. We were
driving, and then Green Tuna reached over and like pulled the wheel.
That's what I'm going to say. Like, Green Tuna saw
right into that side barrier.
You going to the hood or something?
No, even worse. It was like a body of water or something like that. No. And Green Tuna's like, I have to drive into that right now. Ed Underground, you know about that, driving to bodies of water for no reason. So I mean, you can relate to that. No, it's funny. Like, talking about preferences, Ed Underground, you have recently been I guess enamored with talking about preferences.
I have
grocery store preferences.
Yeah.
So you have been why don't you tell everybody what you've been shopping at recently and your experience with that?
I should have done this with my scarf on.
Yeah,
pinky up.
Should have, yeah.
No, but so there's an Amazon Fresh store close to my area, and I've been eyeing it. I saw some videos of it. Yeah. An area close to my vicinity.
Come on, doctor yourself.
No, I'm not doing that. But I decided to go inside, check it out, and it's very spacious. They have a lot of good food selections. It's a grocery store. That's what it is.
Ed, are you stealing groceries? Like, because there's no attendance there. How much groceries have you been stealing?
Well, it feels like I've been stealing food, but I haven't stolen food.
I mean, tomato.
They got too many cameras. Even like, if you did steal something, they'll catch you. I'm sure pretty quickly.
And plus, I mean, you have a skinny body. I mean, if you wore regular size jeans and a regular size jacket, you could probably fit a lot of the food in there.
Oh my goodness!
They would not know the
difference.
Like
a month's worth of food.
Well, I did notice that a lot of the employees, they were like asking me how was my shopping experience and stuff like that. Like, oh, it was good. What about the other guy behind me? You got to talk to him also.
Were they all surrounding you or looking around the corner? Like, hey, sir, are you good over there?
Mm-hmm. Did they have like straws in their mouth? What are those things called? The little
toothpick,
the hay things.
Yeah, the little hay straw in their mouth while wearing overalls.
No, that was a guy.
Did they all have guns on their hip? Did they have guns on their hip, ready to shoot you at any point in time?
The one person outside did, I'm sure.
But so
eyeing me down.
So they
were probably just trying to be nice then.
Yeah,
I'm sure they were trying to be nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a new experience for everybody. So I mean, we have like in like DC, there's a few stores like that. Well, not store. It's like they're like little, not bodegas, but like little shops that allow you to do that as well. Never had an Amazon one, but it is a unique experience for sure. Do you feel like this is the future, or do you feel like this ain't it?
I feel like it's a step in the right direction. I say that in more ways than one. So there's other stores I've been to. This one has a lot of things that are actually cheaper than other stores I go to. Like deodorant that I buy, it's $6 at Amazon Fresh. It was $2. There's a cereal that my brother buys. It's about $6 for a family size. At Amazon Fresh, it was 2 boxes for $6 of the same size box.
Okay.
And other things too, like this Gatorade. This was like $1.05, I believe. Other stores is like a little bit more than that. But I'm surprised. Huh?
What
Oh
do you
yeah, how do I
think?
pay? So that's the cool part, the pinky up part is so you scan your well the way I do it, you scan your Amazon code from your phone onto like this kiosk thing, and then you enter with the cart. Give whatever you want, blah blah. There's cameras everywhere up above you. They're like about $1 million worth cameras. That's what one of the ladies told me. I'm doing my thing, put everything in the basket. When I get to the checkout, there's no lines. It's literally like a bar where you scan your Amazon code and the bar like opens up. You just walk out within seconds. And the thing was, the 2 times that I went, it was pretty full, but like there was no line. So people just like going out in seconds with big amounts of items. And I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty cool.
Nah, that's
So
pretty cool.
only been there 3 times. The first time I just went by myself late to
That's
check
it.
out. Yeah.
You talk about it so much. I thought
Well,
you'd be
it's
going to like
pretty cool.
crazy.
Talk
it's pretty
about
cool.
it. Sends us videos.
Sends us
wants-
videos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it's pretty
He
cool.
does kind of inundate us with all his every shopping adventure he has. Now, that's not normally what we send in our group chat, so we were kind of perplexed when it is showing us barcodes of cereal like oh my god, this is 2 for $6. I'm just like,
Well,
He's
it's
a
not
I'm
bargain-
sitting
just
here,
he's a
it's like-
two
bargain
for
hunter.
$6. It's 2 family-sized boxes of the same cereal. You can get for like what's $12 at a different store for 2 boxes.
sure,
Okay,
so 50%
let's
off.
move along.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
the
like-
hell
I'm
are
just
we
saying.
talking?
It's just
We're
like,
discussing prices.
yeah, that's what I'm
Well,
saying. Like, we're discussing like,
No, I'm
like,
just
sir,
saying it's pretty cool.
Sir, I'm on the toilet taking this shit, and I see you just posted. I'm thinking it's gonna be something funny. Like, I'm on Instagram. I had to get off Instagram to see grocery prices. I was like, man, you're really excited about this. Like, I don't go through my my grocery list and be like, guys, guess what? I went to Walmart. I got 5 things for $10. Like, you guys won't believe this. Like, that's not usually what we do. So it kind of like threw off the
I'm turning
vibe.
into a dad with no kids.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just like you're excited about things that normally we just don't get excited about. But I mean, I envision this in your future, and I feel like, the next time you're like once you start going there, you're already in the whole hipster phase at this point. Like you wear a scarf when it's warm, like you wear nothing but flannel,
Yeah,
everything.
Why are you wearing a beanie?
Yeah, you wear a
Oh,
beanie
because I
everywhere.
literally just came back from the office to
That was
podcast.
like half an hour ago, like 45 minutes
Yeah.
ago. You're
You're
wearing
still
the
cold
beanie.
in the head.
Yeah.
I am cold.
Like soon you're gonna buy a Tesla, and then you're gonna be
Hey,
you're gonna have a license plate that says no gas or something else corny like that.
I will
Oh
now.
yeah.
Yeah, you know how those
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I will now.
every time we have a conversation, he's gonna bring up his Tesla for some reason. Like,
Of
you know,
course.
He's gonna have like Tesla paraphernalia everywhere.
hey, I
I
know
don't know about
the
that.
day that he
I
gets a
mean,
Tesla, I feel like he's going to live in his Tesla and just act like it's the new wave. Like,
Eh.
I'm just waiting for it. Like, you're
Well,
going
you
down a
guys
dangerous
better
path.
get ready because as soon as he gets a Tesla, we won't hear the end of it.
We won't, and I feel
Yeah.
like
well, you won't hear it at all. Ah.
I'm just waiting to move on from this topic.
yeah. Let's go ahead and move on.
Let's move on.
All right, so all right. Outside of that, really, let's get to the news. This shit that's happened this past week. So,
All right.
you know,
Nicolas Cage
no,
says he doesn't need to be.
okay, and that's the end of the conversation. Fuck Nicolas Cage. I mean, if you don't get invited to the party, you'd be like, I don't need to go to the party. Like, the fuck, like, dude, you're a ghostwriter at one point. You can't say that you are not Marvel. I don't need Marvel when you literally used to work for Marvel. Like, it's kind of weird. And the funny thing is, I didn't know that they came out with a Ghost Rider too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was a Ghost Rider too?
That's
Yeah,
why I was
yes.
surprised. Like, I think
I
it was
watched
on
it this
Tubi.
year.
Yeah, I think it
Wait,
was.
what?
No. It came out in theaters and everything.
It
They
did.
come out in theater.
Yeah.
When was
You
Wow.
know,
it?
have you guys ever seen the movie Crank? Like the
Jason Statham?
Jason Statham
Say
movies.
them, yeah.
I think.
Do you
I
remember
did.
like how they were directed, the kinetic like way they were directed?
Yeah.
Okay, the directors of that made Ghost Rider 2. So it's totally different than the first Ghost Rider. It's
Yeah,
Okay.
it's much more. You're right.
yeah.
Like dynamic. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. It's dynamic, it's unhinged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
saw, cause I remember I saw a clip and
It's not good per
Yeah.
se, but
it didn't look good.
I appreciate the attempt.
It looked cheesy. 'Cause I saw the one scene where like I guess Satan's son or something like that was, or he's supposed to be Satan's like getting his
don't remember.
powers or some shit.
Yeah.
He vomited on Ghost Rider and Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage got his powers back. I was like, I don't
Wait,
remember this from the
what?
first movie.
There's a cool scene where anything that Ghost Rider rides becomes like the engine of vengeance, right?
Yeah.
So like it's a motorcycle typically, but at one point he gets into the like this construction. You ever seen where they dig these big holes with this giant looks like a giant
Beyblade.
circular saw, like no, giant blade basically.
Yeah,
well
we
said.
definitely were
This
construction.
generation is fucked.
Yeah,
giant blade.
That's actually the
Yeah, we go a
technical
bunch
term
of
for it.
construction
Right.
guys. It's like, guys, where's the giant Beyblade? You know how it is.
Yeah, like obviously I know.
I was gonna say, that's actually good. That's a little too recent for me. I was gonna say it looks like a giant pog slammer. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, like you're like dating
Pog
yourself by
slammer.
talking about a pog slammer.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I'll talk about it. If you
shit.
don't know what a pog slammer is, educate yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, so
you don't
it's
know
this-
what pogs
it's
are?
it's a massive like machine. I wish I knew what it was called, but it digs like giant holes in like diamond
Yeah.
mining and shit.
Mhm.
So, anyways, Ghost Rider gets into that, and that whole like massive machine becomes the engine of vengeance, and it's like on fire. Cool scene. That's probably the only thing I remember about the movie.
Is that canon at all? That he can like jump on anything that has wheels and then turn into the engine of vengeance?
I believe so, because I think that's why Robbie Reyes is like he
Has
drives
the
that.
car, the muscle car.
Yeah, the muscle car.
Okay,
Yeah, I
And
just
then there's a horse and other things.
I know about the horse.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
horse,
the old timey.
Ghost Rider. Yeah. Yeah. I just find like him saying that I was just like it's just weird. Like it's like I said, it's like you never got invited to the party, but then you're going to be like, I didn't need to go to that party anyways. I'm too good for that party. It's like, but dude, you didn't get the invite, so like. But at the same time, he's already been in
I'll
Marvel.
disagree and say he is too good for the party. I think he is too good for the party. And I think he will get invited to the party at some point.
I can't see him
Yeah.
playing.
I can absolutely see him in Marvel Cinematic Universe
as who?
I don't know, as something.
It's anyone.
That's anybody. Look,
I think, to be honest, if DC came calling, he would fucking somersault
Yeah,
his way over to
DC.
DC
DC, he would
because he has a
yeah.
clear preference for things
DC.
DC.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
Well, I mean, whatever happens ultimately at the end of the day, I mean, congratulations to him. He won his award. I think that was dope. But I mean, it's Nicolas Cage. I mean, Nicolas Cage is a legend in and of himself. So he's kind of like he doesn't need to do anything recent to be exalted higher than what he already is. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. So
He's a national treasure.
shut the.
Anyways.
All right, and then what's the other news?
So Starfield, like the big flagship game.
Everyone get ready for this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Surely,
no.
is it coming out on time, right?
Obviously, it
said.
is. I mean, it's coming out. I mean, they announced September 6th that it is coming out. That there's going to be I think a playable demo. Or no, they're going to do a showcase.
Wait, September 6th.
September 6th, I believe.
It was supposed to come out this summer, I believe. Summer.
Summer?
was the-
Oh wow,
summer
it
was
was.
the-
But the thing is
Oh,
that
it got
they're like,
delayed.
hey, we already delayed it once. We already delayed it twice. We might as well delay it again. Like,
Oh my god!
like who would have thunk it? But
Surely it won't get delayed again. This massive Bethesda game that's not being rushed at all, and we know
Right.
how that turns out.
well, but you know what? Let's give them a benefit of the doubt. I think
Yeah, I'm sure.
that
I'm sure.
I think they're going to delay it, but I think they're only going to delay it. My prediction is for November. They're going to do the holiday season. I think they're going to do the holiday season, delay it till then, and then they're going to do their showcase. And well, first they're going to do the showcase in the summer, like they want to. So they're going to do a big showcase, get the feedback from whoever, see how the audience feels about it, and try to avoid another Halo Infinite reaction of, hey, this game looks like complete shit and so forth. So they're gonna
All
try.
right, all right. Let's take bets here. You
Okay.
you think holiday?
I think holiday. Well, let's do. Well, we gotta do the year too because we can say
Okay.
holiday.
I'm pretty firm in what I believe is going to happen here.
Oh, what is that?
That is spring 2024.
Spring 2024.
I
I'm
think
saying.
Wow.
yeah, I don't think it's I think September, the fact that they pushed it to September feels like they're trying to keep it within the calendar year, and I think they can't push it anymore, and I think that they'll get to a point where if they push it past September, they might as well go into spring because people are going to be like, "Oh, why don't you just take your time with it?" You know what I mean? It just
Sure.
feels too close to November or like a holiday window. Just push it.
I think spring. I'm not spring. I think. I think
think
holiday
holiday.
2023.
holiday.
I think that's when Starfield will come out.
Hmm.
Ed, as the Game Pass aficionado,
Day one,
as
baby.
the
Day one.
connoisseur of day one titles.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Actually, never. As the
Proven fact of half, but go on.
Magnus Copium. Magnus Copium.
Magnus
False.
Opus.
Yeah, Magnus
False.
Dopus, Magnus Copium of Game Pass. What do you think of the release date of Starfield?
I think it's good. I think it'll be the way it is.
So you're saying, whoa,
You're locked in.
September is
You're
going to be
You're
released.
locked in.
yeah.
Sure.
You think
Nice.
September 6th that they're going to release?
Listen to
Starfield.
that confidence, baby.
That is some major confidence. Like, damn, it's almost like the Ed Underground has like insider information that we don't know.
Just like
Hey.
his what's it called, most anticipated things of 2023 was Xbox. Remember? Everyone
Now,
still remember
Yeah,
that?
shit, yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
all of
this is
Xbox.
this is the X.
Yeah,
This
all
is,
of Xbox.
this
Well,
is the
the
year
game
that
hasn't come out
far.
yet, so
Now let's
So far, not
secondary
looking
bet.
good.
That's not
Second-
true. That's not true. Game Pass
what?
has been doing better than ever.
Game Pass is killing it.
Yeah, what's a Hi-Fi Rush?
Hi-Fi
Hi-Fi
Rush.
Rush.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi-Fi Rush.
High on Life.
Oh,
High on Life.
Everything's
Hi-Fi
high.
Rush.
Yeah, like, well, no, High on Life didn't that come out last year or did it come out this year?
Last
Hi-Fi
year.
Rush. High on
Last year,
Life.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
you can't say
Still good.
so you
High on
got
Life.
Hi-Fi Rush, and then you have Hi-Fi Rush, and then Hi-Fi
Hi
Rush,
Wait,
and then if I
Wait,
remember
wait,
correctly, I
wait,
think
wait.
Hi-Fi Rush.
wait, Green Turn. I think you forgot something.
Yeah. Which one?
I think you're forgetting a major game that just got released.
All right.
That's Hi-Fi Rush.
Mm.
Oh
yeah,
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 yeah.
Forgot that one.
Hi-Fi
Forgot
Rush,
about
yeah.
that one.
Yeah, guys,
Forgot about
guys,
that.
come on, seriously.
Gotta remind them.
Yeah, so and Underground, I mean, this is the year of Xbox. Killer
Mm.
Instinct is supposed to be announced this year. I mean,
Oh, it's coming this
Didn't
year.
say
I'm
that.
telling you.
Didn't say that.
It's coming.
No,
It's
But
coming
we
this
know
year.
it. But we know it.
we
but
know
we
it.
know
Didn't say
it.
that.
Yeah.
we know
He
it's
also
coming
did,
out.
but didn't say that.
Oh my goodness! I wish upon a star that is
That
the
comes
same as the last Killer Instinct, where it was the reveal of the arcade thing or something.
That arcade
Oh,
that will go down in infamy as the
whoever did that needs to get fired.
No, it's
No.
wonderful.
And you
Yeah,
were
we
so
really
happy.
got to it.
You were so
yeah,
happy.
of course I was happy. I mean,
You're
I
like-
had an idea of what it would be when that's what happened. But
You were like, oh, this. You had a whole fan theory and a whole conspiracy theory. You're like, okay, it's the original graphics from the 32-bit system. It
Yeah.
has to be like they're going and they're retroing.
not
the
my
game
words.
and making it 3D. Like
Not
they've
my
already done
words.
that.
Man, I've said this before, but I was at work and I took a lunch just to watch its reaction.
You knew that it was going to be a
good.
shit show.
That was so good. It was so
Uh,
good.
it was.
When the day happens that KI's release, and it will happen.
No,
Yes,
Oh,
it will
yeah.
be glorious.
It will be
It will
glorious.
happen. Yeah, of course.
I
but-
can't wait for that day to happen for you, Ed. And when it happens, I feel like the same thing has happened with the last KI. They're gonna have it out for 2 years, and they're gonna be like, Phil Spencer is gonna be like, "Why did we reintroduce this shit onto our platform?" And then then you're gonna be playing the same game for the next 10 years, reliving
Don't
glory
listen to him,
days.
Matt. Don't listen to him.
Well, if the
Okay.
game is good right now, they must have did it right. So
The game is
you
not
can't just
good.
give everybody.
It's so
pretty
good. It's so good that they don't even need to make a second one.
No, they're gonna make a second one at
It's
some
so
point.
good that they had
You need
hackers
to.
come into the lobby for years, and then they only took care of it recently. Like, it's that good.
Oh, they took care of it.
Good. It's
I
that
mean,
good.
hey, you know what? They said the game's so good, we don't even have to update the game anymore. We
they
just let
took care of
hackers-
it, didn't they?
Oh, they said
Oh,
they were done.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Nothing.
sorry.
It was the
No, Darkseid
way
has a
that it
point.
should be.
Well, Darkseid has a
What he
point.
said?
They took care of it. So I mean, I stand corrected. It only took like 7 years, but they did fix the hacker situation. So I stand corrected.
Well, the
Uh,
hacker situation didn't. They didn't fix it
Well, they'll get to it.
because
They'll get to it. It's on their.
no,
It's on the agenda.
they fixed it. But what the
Yeah, they
hackers
fixed
did,
it. They
they
fixed
just
it.
gave themselves points and stars. But then when it actually affected the ranking system where people couldn't play, that's when they stepped in, and they said it pretty quickly too.
they did. It only took like what 7 years?
7 years
No,
to
they
fix
didn't.
it.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything with the ranking system
Well,
until
they fixed the
Nobody
ranking.
noticed. Nobody noticed it technically for 7 years.
Yeah.
That's not their fault.
It's not
well,
their
no.
fault.
So
Microsoft's
the
fault.
hackers were giving themselves
Like,
points and stars.
It was like the one
it wasn't
developer
affecting
that's in
gameplay.
charge. He's just sitting in his office sleeping.
Yeah, he just wakes up like, holy shit.
Oh shit.
Like, I have another game like
haters.
he got
Gotta hate.
a random alert or something on his phone. He's like, holy shit, I still have this
Oh, listen
game.
to the med.
I'm sorry. You know what? You're right. You're right. Killer Instinct, greatest game
Killer
ever.
Instinct for sure this year.
Yeah.
There's
Killer Instinct
also
will
other
have-
games that I play too.
Like what?
Looking forward to Street Fighter. Looking forward to Mortal Kombat 12.
No,
which
not
is-
looking forward. What else are you playing right now?
What do you mean? Fighting game
'Cause you
wise?
said there's other games I play too.
Yeah.
No, I said other fighting games
Oh, Street Fighter.
that I'm
Okay.
looking forward to picking up.
Okay, Street Fighter. Well, talking about games that you play, there is a game that you do play that is actually just got a movie deal recently. Dead by Daylight.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Oh snap!
yeah, Dead by Daylight.
DVD.
Yeah, DBD, the most non-toxic game out there.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So they're just
now-
making a horror slasher?
Yeah, it seems like they're making a horror slasher. There's no details.
Yeah, because I'm like, what else can they do to put a spin on it to make it a Dead by Daylight?
Well, maybe they could talk about like, hey, people, a group of kids are going on a camping trip. Then
You
the
know what,
fog,
yeah.
the fog sets in, and then, oh no, there's a random killer that comes out and tries to kill us, and then we don't find out to the end, or maybe halfway through the movie, it's the trapper or it's the.
Now, is there
Wraith.
some kind of lore in this game? Like, is there some
There
kind of
is
like
story
actual
to it.
story?
Yeah. So
every-
there's actual characters
ahead.
in the
Go
game
ahead.
that's
I said no. Go ahead. You're the DBD
Oh.
expert.
Yes, I'm the greatest DBD expert of all time. So the game does have its own original characters, not just like Ghostface and Michael Myers.
Mhm.
They
And
do have
what
their
is the
own.
what is the lore at Underground?
I don't
Enlighten
know
us.
all of the lore, but I know what is that guy's name that injects himself and makes him go faster? Forgot his name.
Bane.
Basically, in a way,
Of course.
Crankheads.
yes.
Mm.
Huh?
Dreamcast would know.
Well,
I don't know. I'm totally
Well,
lost.
I forgot the spirit, the Japanese dead girl who's blue.
Hmm.
So I think she
Ring?
was in a car crash, and because of that, her whole body's like disfigured, cut up. I don't know that part. But anyways, I'm iffy about this becoming a movie. I don't want to see people getting teabagged and toxic stuff on big screen.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Now, okay.
And you think that's
Mhm.
gonna make it into the plot? People getting teabagged.
I'm sure at some point that's going to be referenced if it's
Teabag.
one of those gag movies or whatever.
Mm.
Okay. So
Okay.
so to go a little in depth with, so there's an overarching lore of DBD. So there's the entity, which is kind of like the overarching entity that is grabbing all these killers and bringing them into this world, into this alternate universe, along with the survivors and so forth, and creating like this environment for survivors to get trapped, and then they have to escape. And then each killer and each survivor have their own individual stories of how they got into what they call the fog, mist, how they get pulled into this world. So
Mm.
there are original characters like the Ed Underground said, like the Wraith, or not, the Wraith.
That's
You
right.
have the Trapper, Hillbilly, Nurse, Hag, the Doctor, Huntress. So there's a
Spirit.
lot. Spirit, the Blight, which that was the guy you say he injects himself and go faster.
Yep.
Legion, but there's also franchise killers as well, like Ghostface, Freddy Krueger, who else? Um,
Nemesis.
Nemesis, Albert Wesker,
Uh,
Stranger Things, right?
Sadako from The
Yeah, there's a
Ring.
lot. There's a
There's a
lot,
lot.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
there's a lot.
yeah.
So, and Demogorgon from Stranger Things. I don't think
Yeah.
you even get that anymore. I think they took it out
Isn't
of the
like
game.
no, you still can. I mean, I played as him. But
Yeah, I thought they took it out due to licensing. But in either case, no, they can make a story out of it. So I'm kind of interested in what they do. I hope it's not something corny. I think Blumhouse picked it up, so there is some hope that it will be actually relatively decent. I don't have a lot of faith in it.
Blumhouse is a crapshoot
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
crapshoot. Sometimes they do
'Cause
very
they-
well. Sometimes
there's
they
a
do really well.
lot of bad Blumhouse
Now,
films.
I
There's
wouldn't-
a lot.
Yeah.
Now, I think if we all imagined how this movie would play out, I think we all know how
It's a
this movie.
slasher.
Yeah. Now, I'm like, I hope that they're a little more meta with this movie. What would
That's
you
what
guys
I'm
think?
hoping.
Yeah, what would you guys think of this movie acknowledging that it's a video game? Like,
Like the
On
Cabin
Game
in the
Pass.
Woods. Is that the one?
yeah. It's
if
like
they
something-
do that,
Yeah.
expect teabagging, expect body blocking,
You really-
expect all the
you really-
I'm
toxic.
saying I'm saying that's the stuff. Play into the multiplayer aspect of a video game. Like, I can imagine, like, if they did a Silent Hill movie or a Resident Evil movie, we all know how that looks and sounds and feels. This is an opportunity for them to actually embrace the origins of a game like this that's online, multiplayer based. It's a horror theme. I think there's some potential here if they capture that right.
But
I
I don't
think
know
there's
if
a-
fans want to see a meta DVD movie.
I don't think fans want to see a DVD movie that would just be like any other DVD movie.
Yeah, I don't think fans even care. Like nobody, I don't think a
Yeah.
lot of people were sitting there be like, "Oh my god, like this game needs to become a movie." I think most people are like, "Hey, they enjoy the game for what it is."
If they don't go meta, then literally you're just watching a regular slasher.
Yeah, you're just watching another movie.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think the
With
opportunity
the
here
name
is
Dead by Daylight plastered on it.
But
the
the thing is,
opportunity is the multiplayer aspect of this game.
well,
to
the thing is, I feel
embrace.
like if they can incorporate the story, they can make it into another slasher. It needs to be good. It needs to be good. It needs to have, it needs to really build on the lore that's already there. And like when you do like the archives and so forth, which is like, kind of like a battle pass for Dead by Daylight, you go deeper into each character story. So like the archive will like focus on a survivor and a killer and the overall theme of Dead by Daylight, which is kind of cool because it gives you more background on each character, which is kind of cool. I think that it could possibly turn out very well using the original DBD killers, but it needs to be something special. They can't just have it where like, oh my goodness, I need to get out. I'm in the fog now, and somebody's just randomly killing us. Like, it has to really build on the lore and have a great storyline. I mean, that's kind of generic as information. Like, nobody wants to see a movie with a horrible storyline. It's like watching Dead or Alive, the movie. No storyline. It's just random tits, and that's it. But I mean, I'm saying I'm looking forward to this. I'm willing to watch it to see what it's about. I don't have a lot of faith in it. But at the same time, this game has been able to bring in a lot of horror franchises into it. So I'm just like, you know what? If other companies are willing to trust their IPs to this game, I think that it might do well. But like I said, it's Blumhouse. Blumhouse is hit or miss. But
I think those franchises are okay with their stuff being on video games, but when it comes to being on actual like theaters, I don't see them playing nice with each other.
Yeah, I only think it'll be the game, not game, the characters that they made.
Well, I could see this being a pathway to getting those characters together in a film, or like just a peek at what that would look like. Because, like I said, if they take the meta aspect of this, like what the game is, you know what I mean? If they use that as the springboard for the movie, then you can open up the movie could end and then you could see Freddy Krueger,
a cameo.
or in a cameo, or like just like like a tease to for something greater. But it's you mentioned the lore. Is the lore worth expanding upon, or what's the goal of this game? Is it the game or is it the lore?
What's the gold of this game?
Well, yeah, like what's the
People
real
care
like
more about
what,
the game.
What's
Like
Yeah,
what are people driven by for DBD? It's
The
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 game.
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 Yeah.
Like I know jack little about the game. I mean, the lore before jumping into the game.
So that's why I feel like it's like a Hunger Games. Like I mean, you know what I mean? Like you can use um the meta aspect of it being a multiplayer video game. You know what I mean?
well, okay,
That
so
I think is the avenue that no one else has used
sure.
yet.
Okay, so I mean, I'm looking at Blumhouse's repertoire and movies they produce, and they got some bangers. I forgot like all these movies actually have done pretty well. Like Megan. Have you guys seen Megan?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
heard it was good.
I like
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
actually, it was not bad. I watched
Yeah, it's
it.
pretty good.
Yeah, I watched it last week. It was actually not bad at all.
Mhm.
Get Out. They have Black Phone, which I haven't
Wait,
seen,
what?
but
Blumhouse is good. Black Phone's really good.
I heard that was really good. I haven't watched it.
I haven't
yet.
watched it either.
Split.
Split.
Yeah, Split. Us. Mr. Harrigan's Phone. I heard that was decent. Glass. They did The Invisible Man, which I like that movie.
Invisible Man was really good.
I
yeah.
really enjoyed that.
Blumhouse has done a lot of good. Didn't
yeah,
they do
Sinister.
Malignant? Did they do Malignant?
I think
didn't see
so.
that. No.
Or let me see.
But they did
Oh.
Upgrade. I liked Upgrade.
Upgrade was good.
Paranormal Activity. I mean, people kind of shit on it now after the fact.
Yeah.
But when it first came out, that was a game changer in horror, for sure. Especially for the found horror, not found footage type of genre at the time.
Yeah.
They did Purge, the Insidious series. So they have a lot. The
They have a
Belko
lot of
Experiment.
hits, yeah.
Like, I like the Belko Experiment. Some people didn't like it. I actually love that movie. So they do have a lot of bangers for sure. So if anybody can do it, it'll probably be them. So I'll say let's give it a shot. The funny thing is they are working on a Five Nights at Freddy's movie too. So Ed, I mean, you might rage quit. You might quit out of the game and rage quit before you actually see the movie.
I've never rage quit.
So, well, that's not true. You rage quit to Batman and Robin. So,
Huh? Wait, what?
you
That's
rage
false.
quit.
You were a young critic then, though.
Yeah, remember you say you rage quit and you left Batman and Robin?
Mhm.
Yeah, the movie, not the game.
No, this we're talking about. We're talking about.
What game are
Movies.
you talking about?
I thought you was talking about the Friday Night at Freddy's game.
Yeah, the game. They're making it into a movie.
Yeah, but I thought you were talking about that I rage quit the game.
You did rage quit the game. Remember, like you
Nope.
rage quit like games 1 through 4 and whatever. And the 5th one, you tried it out and you still rage
No.
quit. Yeah.
I didn't rage quit. I couldn't do anything. So you know what? Let's play the other game.
You know,
and then I
Pepper-
got some very bad advice from tech support on how to play the game.
Wow, was that a racist comment?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Who's tech?
I
Who's tech
think it
support?
was.
Who's tech support?
Creamcast, Dark Side.
Oh, yeah, I like how he's changing
okay,
it.
Yeah.
Dark
Yeah.
Side. What
Dark
the?
Side. Are you saying that because he is of brown skin? Wow.
No, I said Creamcast and Dark Side.
What
I mean,
the?
I think Green Tuna was there too.
Yeah, he was there, but
So why are you saying Dark Side?
yeah,
Yeah,
you saying Dark Side?
Because he was
aren't
also
you-
there.
And why aren't you acknowledging Green Tuner? Like
Yeah.
what?
Well, I don't know if Green Tuna was there.
Yeah.
Mm, wow.
And tech support could be anyone. It could be a white guy. It could be
Damage.
Mm,
Major damage control happening
wow,
there.
yeah, really
Could
bad.
be,
right now.
a
Wow.
white guy from Texas named Alex.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Just because Dark Side is a phone Romeo? Is that why?
Mm-hmm.
I
Mhm.
don't even know.
Oh, now you don't know. Wow, that's man. This
I
is
don't
I
even
see,
know
I
that
see.
term. but-
You don't even
Okay.
appreciate the culture, I see.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, hey.
I don't.
Romeo dialing that happens in India.
Yeah. Like, man, like this is getting worse for you, sir. I think you need
Yeah.
to change your ways. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh my
so
goodness.
overall, I think we're all cool. I think we'll probably see the movie when it comes out. Nobody here is probably as big of a fan of Dead by Daylight as the Underground. So
His biggest.
the biggest fan for sure. So we'll see what happens for sure. Okay, so outside of that, moving on. talk about Star Wars movies. So we got word recently that Star Wars movies were canceled before they even kicked off. As Darkseid and Darkseid and Green Turner as the biggest Star Wars fans on this panel, followed by me.
I'm not really a big Star Wars fan.
Just take it.
I just know some of it.
Just take it.
Darkseid is a much bigger Star Wars.
He is a big Star Wars
false
nerd.
title.
He is a big Star Wars nerd for sure. Yeah, I mean he goes.
Ed only knows anything about the what's called the 90s movies or the early 2000s.
No, I know about the stuff and the
he
prequels.
just know about he only knows about the last 3 movies, which he he says
no,
the
I know
Force is
about
female.
all the movies.
Yeah, he I remember when those 3 movies came out and he was talking about the Force is female all the time.
I never said those words.
That's a lie.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. I mean, and plus this is National Women's Day.
International Women's Day.
International Women's Day. How
That's
dare
right.
you, Ed?
Ed, will you acknowledge that the Force is female today of all days?
I acknowledge that the Force is neither male nor female.
Wow.
As always, the Force is the
I
Force.
see. So you want to take it away from them, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you're denying it.
Wow, what a misogynist.
There's nothing to
Sexist
deny
son of a
because
bitch.
it is what it is.
Twitch.tv/the Ed Underground, everyone.
Yeah.
Wow.
All these
Subscribe
viewpoints.
before you hit it there.
Yeah, all these viewpoints
Subscribe.
of the Ed Underground, alone.
Mhm.
But yeah,
He was actually gonna be the next what's it called person to take over Andrew Tate's thing. It was a competition between
The War Room
Ed
or
Underground
whatever?
and
yeah, he
Sneeko.
was gonna be the war. Yeah,
Mhm.
he was gonna
No.
be the next top G in the War Room.
Yeah.
No.
So
I thought Ed had it over Sneeko for sure.
yeah, I was like,
No.
yeah, there's
No, you
Sneeko,
see.
then there's Ed Underground. I'm like, everybody obviously is going for top G right here, the biggest
Mhm.
alpha, the Ed Underground. But okay, so Star Wars, we heard there's some canceled movies. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
After seeing the last 3, I'm fine. I'm kind of fine with
Fine
it.
with what?
I think it,
I'm kind of fine. So these movies were canceled prior to the sequels, correct?
I thought they were
they're
just
they're just now being officially
Announced.
acknowledged as
Okay.
canceled.
So
Well,
you know
there.
what?
Okay, so I mean, to give
I don't mind
context
it.
here, there are projects that were being worked on. Kevin Feige and he was involved in the Star Wars production. Patty Jenkins. So I guess people had talked about how these films are just like nothing's happening with them. So the rumors abound, but now it's officially confirmed that those are scrapped. So Kevin Feige's Star Wars movies scrapped. So I mean, he's kind of a big deal. A lot of people had faith that he would right the ship with Star Wars. I think we talked about it last week that no Star Wars has been a good thing for Star Wars. Like, they've been staying under the radar after the debacle.
Wonder why.
Well, I mean, they're trying to recover from that Obi-Wan debacle.
Well, hold on. Obi-Wan came out recently.
Yeah.
They're only hiding in the shadows because of the recent 3 sequels.
Right. Well, Obi-Wan came out, and now they've canceled a variety of projects. Who knows what's related to what? But confidence is gone.
That is true.
I wonder why.
It was good.
I wonder why confidence is gone.
People liked Obi-Wan. People liked Obi-Wan.
Well, let's talk. Well, let's talk about the 2 movies. So, Darkseid was saying. So the 2 movies that got scrapped were Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron, and then it was an untitled movie by Kevin Feige, but it was co-written by the person who made Loki and who's writing Loki and writing Avengers: Secret Wars. Right. These are obviously, I mean, based on the fact that we liked Loki so much. Obviously, this was written for Kevin Feige's side. Was written by a competent writer, we would say, based on previous works. Patty Jenkins, I am not a fan of her vision of Wonder Woman, so I can't necessarily say that this would have been good.
Look, if she's not writing the script, she has a decent record.
Yeah, no, she's not writing the script, absolutely. Yeah. So
I was excited for the Patty Jenkins X-Wing movie, but she was writing the script.
I wasn't.
She did have. Like, she spoke about it with a lot of passion. Like, her father was a fighter pilot. So it was like something that she was passionate about, like, because she grew up with that, like, in their household and what that, felt like. So
I mean, she was passionate about Wonder Woman too, also. So
yeah, but she's not an Amazonian. So I mean, you never know like how what the source of good filmmaking comes from. Good filmmaking comes from stuff you're familiar with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, who knows? I've always envisioned like X-wing, like an X-wing movie, one of those like back in the '90s. There were a lot of X-wing novels, and I read a couple of them.
I would say just have the person who did Top Gun Maverick do a Star Wars Rogue Squadron movie.
Like I would say honestly, like for the last 3 films, they did some of the battles with the X-wings very well. I think that was I did like the with Poe. I thought they were choreographed very well. It showed X-wings and capabilities that we never got to see with the earlier 6 films. So I know some people were kind of iffy about the X-wing scenes in the last 3, but I personally enjoyed them. I thought they were action packed. We got to see something that we never saw before. It was fresh and new. So seeing a Rogue Squadron movie and having something close to what we saw with Poe in the last films, I thought would have been really really cool. Even with the last film, the latest film was it the Rise of Skywalker. Um, I thought that was pretty cool. The last like battle on the exoplanet, whatever it was called, can't think of the top of my head. But I thought that was actually pretty cool. So I hope that the project, because Patty Jenkins, she did previously leave the project, wanted to come back to it, but it just continued to get scrapped. I'm hoping that it gets picked up eventually. With Star Wars,
I think we'll see an Rogue Squadron movie at some point.
I think so too. I think
Ed also hit it. Like there's a precedent with Top Gun Maverick. Like
yeah, Top Gun Maverick,
easy win there.
Yeah, if you get the writers for like Top Gun Maverick and you get some people who are big Star Wars stands and can really and knows like Dark Side, like you were saying, like knows the novels, can really hone into that, especially hone into things that you are familiar with and passionate about. I think it could be really really good. So the 2 films that are still staying are by 2 directors that we are. Some people are relatively Taika Waititi.
Oh boy.
Yeah. We might see a Love and Thunder Star Wars film. Taika is kind of
a hit and miss.
He's definitely hit or miss. He usually is hit. I mean, I think Thor: Love and Thunder was a big miss. I think he kind of leaned in too much on the humor side and left a lot of things to chance. But kind of like what Darkseid said, a lot of things go with making a movie. It's not just, everybody wants to shit on the writer, right? But we know that in the background there are executive producers, there are movie executives steering the film as they see fit. And because of the overwhelming success of Thor Ragnarok, Harold has one of the best Marvel movies, especially as a recent outside of the Avengers movies. I think that Taika, you can't necessarily blame him. Like not every director is gonna be 100% hit. Like not everybody's gonna be a fucking James Cameron,
Yeah, but I think Taika has a style. We can all like agree and recognize he has a style. He tends to lean jokey. He tends to lean comical.
Yeah.
Now the question is this something Star Wars needs?
No.
Could be. We don't know. Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put a splash in it of some humor here and there, but I think for the most part, Star Wars is pretty
well, I mean, here's the thing that the answer is we don't know. I mean, like before when Thor came out, if you would pitch the theme of Thor Ragnarok to someone, they'd be like, "No, I want a serious Thor movie."
Yeah, especially coming off of whatchamacallit,
Dark World.
No, not even Dark World.
Goodness.
Well, yeah, it was a complete 180. But I'm saying, like, coming off of successful films like not Age of Ultron, Winter Soldier.
Yeah, super serious, like, like end of the world, like movies, and you have this movie making fun of like taking the time to make fun. So, I mean, I don't know. It's a tone thing, you know what I mean? They captured the tone. They understood that this is a serious character, too serious, and you can make him funny. Now, how does that translate back over to Star Wars? I don't know. I'm like 50-50. I'm willing to give him a shot because he's a good, he's good at what he does, but I can't see the 1-to-1 comparison in Star Wars where that would, make sense.
Yeah, but for like the main Star Wars storyline, there's little comedy in there.
Well, you know
Everything
what? You
else
know where I
is
think it will work? A Taika Waititi movie about that took place with like droids.
well
Like a
that I was gonna say
like a droids movie.
I was gonna say like
Sure.
a side story or something, a character that's not in the main storyline. Like based off of that, you can do anything with that.
Well, I think every character going forward is going to be original, right? Like, I mean,
It's probably gonna be original and it's gonna be
Yeah.
side story.
Yeah.
I mean, the main story we already know is the Skywalker saga. That is the main story. But everything that leads up to all the missing pieces and all the side stories. I
shoot,
mean,
they could do R2D2 and C3PO with Taika Waititi. I would trust him to do that.
Oh
That's
yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
That would be fun.
I mean,
I could see him do a movie with Ewoks.
I
You know
can
what I
see
mean?
that
That's
too.
true. Yeah.
So there's a lot of places it could go. I mean, as long as they find the right fit for him.
I just hope he doesn't touch the Star Wars story.
Why? Because it's it's beyond approach and it'll be ruined.
Well, it's already ruined,
Like, I
but
can't- we can't
Exactly.
touch
Yeah,
that.
That's what I'm saying.
exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
well,
what's the
why
difference?
why beat a dead horse? I mean,
Because
Well,
it's
'cause
already
people-
dead.
well, it's already dead, and people do care about like people are tired of sure the Skywalker saying stent, but at the same time, that's still a profitable storyline you can tell. You
Well,
can
I
still
don't
talk
think-
about
I don't think anyone was tired of it. They just messed it up.
well they mess up, sure, but like going forward, like if they continue to talk about Rey, Palpatine or whatever else, and they continue to tell that story, that maybe there's some secret Sith out there and how she still has to fight against Sith and blah blah blah. If it's done well, people will flock to it. So
I really think there's going to be a Rey TV show on Disney Plus. I mean,
Oh God.
that character is ripe for like exploration. She never got her fair shake in the movies.
Yeah.
Exactly. She never
That's
did.
what I'm saying.
And he was so
I agree.
overpowered, and that's why it was so bad.
well,
Exactly.
But to be
I-
fair,
I'd like to see her struggle and like
Yeah.
earn.
Yep.
Like, I mean,
Earn it.
Well,
the
Yes.
thing, I mean, we gotta think about also.
careful now, Ed. Today's not the day for
yeah,
this.
say-
You better
Oh my
simmer
God,
down,
man.
If
son.
Yeah.
anything, they're releasing on this day next year or something.
What the hell?
Oh, like,
You better
dude, what
calm
the
down,
hell?
Ed
You gotta
Underground.
Wow,
Calm
Ed.
down.
Woo! Like this is
Right?
hot takes from the Ed Underground.
Yes, Ed Underground.
I mean, I think we talked about in the past about Rey and why she might be overpowered and this, that, and the other. She's the descendant of a clone of Palpatine and all this other BS. Sure. I mean, I would
With the
like to see.
Skywalker last name.
Well,
Go
well,
on.
Skywalker. The essence of Skywalker is not that she has to be a legit Skywalker. She's
Oh
just
God.
she chose the Force as opposed to the dark side. I mean,
You don't choose the Force. The Force chooses you for one.
well, the Force is the same.
Or the
between both.
Metachlorians or
Yeah,
whatever.
the midichlorians are still the same no matter what. So she can choose to.
Yeah, technically there is no force. It's all like biology. So
Biology,
fuck
yeah.
you. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, but
She had the right number of midichlorians. She had way more than Luke. We know that for sure.
yeah, she was the strongest
Yeah.
Jedi, pretty much.
By logic, by George Lucas logic. Tell George Lucas he's wrong. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Tell
So
him to
if,
his face.
if oh no, he didn't like Rey Skywalker.
Oh, where'd you hear
Oh.
that from? Where'd you hear that
From his
from?
own mouth.
Oh, from his own
If you
mouth.
watch enough YouTube videos, you go down a rabbit hole, you'll find
Did George,
some things.
George
I
Lucas
don't
actually said
think that
it?
exists.
He said it very, very coded.
No, that's
It
not-
was
we're not coded. What did
known.
he say?
He said that the original Star Wars trilogies and prequels are that's the Star Wars story. Everything else is Disney's all doing that he had no input in.
Yeah, but what does he talk about Ray? You said you specifically said something about Ray.
I gotta find a video, but I will show it to you. That he does not like Rey Skywalker.
Mm.
And if anything, I know you're about to look for it now.
Yeah, I'm
If
looking. for it.
anything, so Rey Skywalker's existence totally dismantles the prophecy of Anakin. Anakin was the chosen one that'll bring balance to the Force,
Mhm.
and he did.
Nope, it was
He
Ray.
did.
Ray was the
Oh,
chosen
God.
one. Now we
Oh
know.
God.
Now we know.
No, Ray is not the chosen one.
Don't do this today, Ed. Don't do this today. Ray is the chosen.
I'm just laying down simple facts. That's all.
Yeah.
Simple facts.
For clarification, I do like Ray. I think she is a good character. I think she was just misused, and she was poorly written. It was a bad series of movies. It's really bad, but it's not the fault of
chosen one. She was Disney's chosen one. I'll say that.
She was created by Disney.
Exactly.
Right. But I think she was created. I think the character had a lot of potential, but they just wrote her poorly.
They completely just went over George's sequel ideas. Anything after the Skywalker saga, or anything after Anakin's death.
George's sequel ideas were terrible.
Okay, so this is horrible. This is the facts.
Have you read them?
Parts of it. Most
They're
of them
terrible.
They're not bad.
They explore the worst part of the prequels. You like the midichlorian stuff? He went hog wild with midichlorians. I'm not a big fan of
midichlorian stuff. I'm talking about after Anakin's death.
Yeah, did you read his draft for what the next movies would be about? The micro verse, Ant-Man, Quantum Realm, baby.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
And it sounded horrible.
The what are those names? The Wheelies,
the
Wills. Yes, exploring that too.
But see, that over explains something that doesn't. I think George Lucas also does this. George Lucas is part of the reason why Star Wars started to fall apart. He over explained things that didn't need to be explained.
I think it's what fans wanted, though.
No fans wanted midichlorians. Before midichlorians, fans were like, the Force is the Force.
Force is
spirit.
Like,
I'm not saying.
Yeah, it's a religion almost. It's a spirit.
It's a religion. It's spiritual.
It was like a weird mystical thing.
I'm not saying midichlorians. I'm saying like in detail of what this is, what this does, all these things. I think people wanted that because there's a lot of big Star Wars fans out there that are
there's
deep into
but here's the facts. So here's the facts. George Lucas has not said anything on record publicly or through his representatives at all about what he felt about the Star Wars sequels.
I'll find a YouTube video.
He never said anything. He's never said anything out. Everybody's assuming that he said something because he said that he wasn't a fan of the fact that when he sold the Star Wars he sold the license IP to Disney. Disney said that they will not use his canon. They didn't have to take his canon as fact through the rest of the movies. But he has not said anything about he hated it. He hated the sequels himself. Only thing he didn't like is that they didn't use his canon, and that ultimately, from what other people are saying, like they're like, oh well, we're inferring that because they killed off the three pillars of Star Wars, which is Han, Leia, and Luke. But other than that, there's no. He didn't say, "Oh, I hate this" or this, that, and another. And in actuality, outside of the trilogy, he actually loves The Mandalorian. He has came out and said that he thought Mandalorian was a really good. But he didn't like Grogu at first. He said he didn't like Grogu. He wasn't sure about it. But now, after watching The Mandalorian, he's like, okay, this is good.
So he said all this, but you can't find him saying anything about Rey.
Nothing about Rey. No.
I'll find the video.
Okay.
Anyways, so the other movie news.
Shut up. Okay, but the last thing before we jump to another movie news. The other director is I think it's Damon Lindelof.
Yep, Damon Lindelof.
He's
a writer, not a really director.
Yeah, writer. But he did the Watchmen series, which was very highly regarded. People loved.
Oh, really good.
Yeah, they're really good. Leftovers, I love that show.
Yep.
I didn't finish it. Yeah, he created Lost. Yep. And then I'm looking at some other stuff that he has.
Damon Lindelof is rock solid. Is one of the people I really, 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 really like. He does a lot of stuff I like.
Yeah, he did Prometheus. He did Star Trek. The two Star Trek movies that people like was Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness. World War Z. Cowboys and Aliens. I actually like that, but that wasn't highly regarded.
Neither was World War Z.
Yeah, World War Z, but I mean, people like the action somewhat. But
I like Prometheus.
Yeah, I really like Prometheus.
A lot of people like Prometheus. So, pretty good writer for sure. So those are the two directors that are in store for the Star Wars series. So, I mean, looking forward to it. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
We're probably going to see those canceled ones. They'll probably come up later in the future. But I feel like Star Wars, if they're going to pick directors, they're in some really directors / writers. They're in really good hands, I feel like. So let's see what happens. Star Wars is coming out with other movies. So for all those people who were like, not my precious Star Wars, it's happening. So
it's not my precious Star Wars. It's that it's just bad. It was
yes, you hate women on International Women's Day. We get it.
Oh no, I love women on any day.
All right,
guys, we'll provide an update if Fat Underground could find the video in question on the next episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Indeed.
All right.
So moving to our next movie or trailer that recently came out. So Ninja Turtles came out with a trailer recently.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's, the movie.
Trader Joe's, yeah.
There's a Spirit Halloween movie.
Yeah, I saw that. And it's sold. It's sold at Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spirit Halloween, those pop-up stores.
Yeah.
That,
there's a movie.
Are built on like a abandoned business.
I kind of want to see this.
Yeah, well, you gotta wait. You gotta wait for the next Halloween season to go buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. But yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem is coming out. Kind of a surprise. I don't know if anybody was expecting it. I wasn't. But
I heard they were making
it right now.
I heard they were making it, but I had completely forgotten about the existence of this till I saw it. The Mutant Mayhem.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of cool. With this movie coming out, this is a animated movie.
Clearly inspired
by Spider-Man.
Yes.
Which is fine. I think that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Because that is a very, very beloved movie, animated movie at that. Probably one of the top rated animated movies.
As we've said on this podcast, it is the best Spider-Man movie. Period.
Yeah. So the fact that they got inspiration for that, I don't think anybody's surprised by that. Pretty cool. So the art style, just the theme seems like it's taking place when they are showcasing them as actual teenagers.
All right, now we got to talk about this here.
We do.
We got to talk about a couple of this stuff here.
Okay.
A lot of it.
I got a lot of takes here.
A lot of it.
I love the art style. I really do. I like the inspirations, and I like the music that they showed. Obviously, I'm in for this movie. I like it a lot. I trust where they're going. Obviously, it's not my take on the Turtles themselves. There have been a lot of interpretations of the Turtles. Now, I grew up, I think, same as everyone in this chat, as a turtle head. I think that was our primary go-to toy and our go-to cartoon. It's our number one.
Everything. Go-to cereal.
Movies.
Movies,
those concerts they had.
Did
you guys have the Ninja Turtles bowl where it was like the shell?
Yes.
I had
the bowl, and then they had like the little head and hands and feet of everyone had that damn bowl.
Yeah.
All of us were inundated with Turtles merchandising.
Yes.
We all went as Ninja Turtles for Halloween, I assume.
Yes. Leonardo.
Multiple years. So obviously Turtles is special to all of us. Now, there's been many interpretations of these characters, and I'm okay with every generation owning Turtles, because I think it should be owned by the kids of every generation. It's definitely a kid's property. So I don't like tweens. There's a difference between tweens and teenagers, right?
There is.
This gave me a tween feel. I hate tweens, but I'm
my damn lawn.
I hate teenagers.
Wow.
Well, it's kind of weird that you hate teenagers when the literal title of the franchise that you're saying starts with teenage.
Hold on.
Right. So there
on.
are teenagers. Teenagers were different back in the day. Let me talk about this.
Okay,
Teenagers
okay.
were different back in
Yes,
the day.
I have to agree.
Anyways, I'm not getting into the whole thing. Obviously, it speaks to a newer generation. I'm into it. It's a little bit different. I like the art style. Yeah, I don't know. I like I'm in for sure. I'm accepting of the difference. You know what? I would take this over the Michael Bay Turtles. I did not like them.
Yeah.
I'll take this for sure.
Yeah. So my favorite Turtles to this day is still the first one. The first movie that came out. That will like live in my heart forever. The grittiness. I didn't even realize they were teenagers until I got older. Because they didn't appear as teenagers. Cool Cowabunga and stuff like that, but the voices didn't seem like teenagers to me. In this movie that's coming up, I love the art style, but like what you were saying, Dark Side, the tween, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but they are teenagers. You can't deny that they are.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's to me, it must be the voices.
You know what it is?
Behind.
You know what it is? I think Darkseid and Ed Underground are suffering from what I like to call the Breakfast Club dilemma. They want teenagers that are really not teenagers. They want their teenagers to be 26 years old, 25 years old, playing a role as a teenager.
And
it's actually
their biceps are huge, man.
right? Like
a 5 o'clock shadow.
I was about to say,
like, listen up, Teach.
Like, hey,
listen up, Teach.
Listen up, Teach.
Like, Teach.
Bad news.
Like, while smoking a pack of Newports with a 40, tell like, hey, Teach,
That's how they did in the
80s. I'm just a kid, Teach. Like, I drive to school every day in my hot ride, and I work at I get beat up by my dad.
My 5 o'clock shadow's coming in now.
Yeah, Dad, Teach. I'm fucking every girl in the school, but yeah, I'm just a 16-year-old. Like, these teenagers, that's how you be a teenager. Actual teenagers. They're little kids.
Actual teenagers.
Yeah, they're and these like Darkseid, like you said, they're tweens. So. Yeah. They might be 11, 12 years old. I think the actors, the voice actors are really young. But the thing is that ultimately, at the end of the day,
I don't think they're 11 or 12.
No, they sound they are.
Let's take a look.
I think that's what's throwing me off.
I think they might be like a little bit higher than 14, 15,
no,
maybe.
Michelangelo is done by Shannon Brown. He is let's see how old he is. His IMDb, he's so young. His IMDb is not even updated with his age.
So he's so young. You're looking him up, and the FBI is looking you up.
You up, right?
Donatello.
Got him.
Donatello.
Yeah.
He sounds like he's the youngest.
Well, he sounds like he's kind of like he's got that crackly teenage voice.
It doesn't sound like a teenage to me.
Okay, so
no, but it's authentic, man.
Okay, so some of the kids, one of the kids is 19. Another one of the kids, once again, so young, doesn't show his birthday. Let me see.
The fetus.
He is 15. He's 15. Another one of the guys is 15.
All right. I'm close. I'm right so far.
17.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay. April is 27. She's 27.
April doesn't count.
But she doesn't.
She's 27?
Yeah, she's 27.
That's canonical. April O'Neil was an adult woman with a reporter job.
Yeah.
So she should
so a lot of all these kids are actual teenagers playing teenagers.
And that works.
In an animated movie. But I mean, you're like scoffing like, yeah, we should get Chris Pratt to play Donatello and pretend he's a 13-year-old and that grew up at 13,
that would be
13
good.
years.
Chris Pratt as Donatello would be pretty good.
Can now give me ideas.
Well, be careful of those ideas, Ed. I mean, we're on the FBI list right now.
I would say the least appealing thing about this is that their voice acting. However,
John Cena.
John Cena. There is there's a couple sequences in the trailer that really took advantage of their youth and experience, and they're just kids playing around kind of stuff. So I think if it's authentic, if it sounds authentic, I think it'll be good.
I think it sounds good. I feel like the kids sound like kids.
I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't bad.
No, I liked it.
And like you said, it's a different take. It's
Creamcast. Can you bring up the IMDb and see who is there Shredder in this?
I would hope so.
Let me see. So
I mean, I saw
IMDb
Bebop and Rocksteady, and they look great.
Yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I like
Shredder.
the humor. So it's written by Seth Rogen, I believe. So I like the
Yes.
humor where he said they look like Shreks. Now,
Yeah.
now,
Yeah, no
kids today-
Shredder. No Shredder thus far.
I don't know. I think he's in it for sure. But kids today don't know who Shrek is. That's like 2000 kids. You know what I mean?
I
Sure.
thought they would. Shrek is
No
so
way.
Yeah, Shrek is so kind of
Shrek is not relevant to kids
relevant?
today. No way.
Man.
Shrek's from 2000s. Kids today, Minions, yes, today Minions, yeah, Coco Melon, sure, but
God.
Shrek, no. Shrek is like the Shrek is definitely dated, man.
Yeah, he is dated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, I just think the reference, the Shrek, is more like kind of like it's aiming towards an older audience while also trying to capture the kids.
Yeah, I think it's actually not bad. Like, so I'm looking at the list of actors that they have. Hannibal Buress as Genghis Frog. That's kind of
Jack-
cool.
Um,
Ice Cube as Superfly.
Jackie Chan is Splinter. You guys know
He's
that?
Splinter. Yeah, Jackie
Yep.
Chan
Yep.
Splinter. And we know all the kids. We talked about April. Seth Rogen as Bebop. John Cena as Rocksteady. So I feel like this is actually not a bad lineup.
It's not bad.
Who's Rocksteady?
Rocksteady is John
Cena.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
Actually, very good.
yeah, actually, I think it's a pretty nice
Yeah.
lineup of funny comedians. We know John Cena; he can act, he can do voice acting. He's convincing. The writers for this movie is actually people that we have seen their previous stuff. So Evan Goldberg,
Right.
filmmaker, he's done everything
Yep.
pretty much.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen's guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth Rogen's guy.
Yep.
And then we have James Weaver, which he's a writer for The Boys. He's executive producer for The Boys. So I mean,
So their last animated project was Sausage Party.
yeah.
Oh.
So
I mean, we'll see. Like, I mean, I don't think it's
It's-
aiming for. It's
yeah.
definitely. I
This is by
you said-
Nickelodeon too.
You said Genghis is in this,
yeah, yep, Genghis Frog.
so I hope that they aim for the cartoon characters, like the goofy characters out of the cartoon.
Yeah, I think they will.
I would like to see them explore the goofier aspects of.
I think they will. Nickelodeon's behind this.
Well, I think this is going to be like for Teenage Mutant Turtles. It's going to be a nostalgic run for us old fucks, and we're going to be watching this and be like, this is cool. And then I think also for kids, like, once again, and I think this is what we talked about before. Us old people are having kids. We're going to take our children to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
Get them introduced to a whole new version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's just the cycle repeating itself. And I think,
would you disown your child if they didn't like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
yes,
thought
I wouldn't blame him
why not? What do you mean?
because Turtles has not been good since. I would even say after 3, Turtles has not been good.
I mean, says you. But I'm saying, what I'm saying is,
You just said the what's his face
what
wasn't good. The 3D one.
Michael Bay one.
Yeah, that's somewhat recent.
Yeah, but somebody liked it. You know what I mean? There's an essence to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, like I said, it speaks to every generation. But if you're a kid that doesn't like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you can fuck off.
I don't know if
Yeah.
there's a lot of kids that liked the
Well, then a
Michael
whole
Bay
bunch
one.
of kids are gonna need to fuck off. Like,
Pretty much. I mean, fuck them kids. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck the
Fuck 'em.
kids. If the kids don't like
Fuck
Teenage
'em.
Mutant, I'm not gonna lie. Like my niece, I recently had to watch her, and she was like, "Uncle Eric, can I watch X-Men?" I'm like, "Where is this? Like a new X-Men, like Disney Plus X-Men or something
Yeah.
like that?" Like she's
Yeah.
like, "No, I like the old one," and she was sitting there like. Knew who Jubilee was. She's only like 7 or 8. She knew
Good.
who Jubilee was. She knew every character from the first couple episodes. And I was
Raising
like,
them right.
yo, that's kind of impressive.
That's
kids,
it.
So kids will like these older ass shows. I
you
feel
know why?
like,
It's because Disney Plus is pushing the right stuff to
Well,
them.
not just
think
Disney
so.
Plus is pushing the right stuff. It's that there's nothing really good out now. It's all either
Well,
reboots.
says you. Coco Melon is
Well, it
awesome.
says
Yeah,
the
too.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds who are watching the old stuff.
Ed,
I
you
mean,
used to
actually,
love
you
it
know
when
what?
I
We
used to
should
sing
not.
Baby Shark to you.
There you
You
go.
used to love it. and now all of a sudden you're like,
I
oh
used
my
to
goodness.
sing it to you, but go on.
You can't make that lame ass joke.
You
be
would
like,
sing
"I
it
just
back.
sang
It
to
was
you."
real cute.
Yeah, I mean,
You sing it
Green,
back.
Green
That's cute.
Tuner, as an aficionado of the '90s, do you think that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle has a place in 2023?
Yes.
See, are you there, Green Tuner? Are you?
Oh no, hold on.
Yes, I'm here.
See.
Yeah. Are you? All right, Green Tuner is obviously in a different world right now. Okay. Anyways,
I can answer
Oh,
that
me?
question.
No, I'm just bored out of my mind. That's why.
why are you bored?
Damn. Damn. You just
Why-
answered your question.
Wow.
You just answered your
Wow.
question.
Why are you bored of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Peasants.
No, I'm not. It's fine. It's just we always argue the same things over and over again, especially with them.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a
But
minute.
this time, actually, you know what? Let me turn that table right around.
Yeah.
Thanks to Cyan,
Boom.
who
What?
is becoming like the fucking what's it called?
Nostalgia.
Like the Schmeagle with the fucking Lord of the Rings. He just doesn't want people
I like where
to,
you're going. I like where you're going.
Yeah, he doesn't want people to just, go away from having them being like young adults, basically.
Wow.
That is true. You're kind of like the smegma of like you're like the smegma of old men that just like, God damn it, I can't have these damn kids liking this show. Like, give me adults. Like I said, you're
I stick to it for sure.
but you stick to, but like, why would you? Why?
Interesting take, since I'm the one that was more okay with it, but all right.
Yeah, but no, you're not. You're not okay. What do you mean
You
okay with it?
opened it by saying like, "Oh, I never pictured them being that young."
Young, they're tweens. I
Right.
hate tweens.
But I also said I embrace. Okay, never
In
mind.
exactly that same tone of voice that I just did.
True, true,
With that
true.
same
You're absolutely right.
connotation.
Right.
you do come off as the old guy. Like, so Ed comes off as the, like, everything sucks nowadays. Give me
Yeah.
I want to relive
He's
my
emo.
90s again.
Hey,
But,
no, I'm a hipster. What are you talking about?
No, you're emo.
No, you're
I
definitely emo.
welcome
Yeah.
whatever comes out that's new.
No, you're emo.
If it's
You're
good.
100%. You're 100%.
Darkseid has his pants tied all the way up to his nipples. That's how old school he is.
Yeah, it's funny.
He does the one thing when he fights people where both of his fists face his face. You know what I mean? When he fights, where he has like the wrist.
Boxing.
Yeah,
Fisticuffs.
yeah, he always, no matter what time of day, he always has his pants tucked into his shirt. I mean, his shirt tucked into his pants. Jesus Christ.
That's a good segue, actually.
Yeah. What's
Huh?
Oh, that is a good segue. Oh yeah, actually.
Get with the times. Come on. Snap.
Snap. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This guy he's Ed. Like, what's up with your damn segues? Like, I'm not gonna lie. All three of us, we're killing it.
My
with the segue.
segues are too gold to be
All right, okay.
Yeah.
I love this part. Give us a segue.
Yeah, give us a segue.
segue.
Yeah, this is so good.
Let's hear it.
You know what's red and green?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not this movie because it's straight up fire.
What
Yeah.
in the?
I don't
What
Sit
the-
in your own pool of disappointment.
Yeah, right. Like, I have not been more disappointed in anybody since you were born. Like, when I first saw you, that I was disappointed. But god damn it, like,
False.
that was horrible. That was talking about,
So wrong purpose.
All right, so I mean, I feel like we're all excited about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles overall.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, overall.
Yeah.
I'll see it.
Did they give it? Did they give a release date for it?
Not
They sure
around
did.
above.
Something 2023.
Oh, so it's
Oh.
coming out this year?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
I
pretty
just
awesome.
don't know which month.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I feel like there's possibly some really good shows coming out. Now, oh no, that's not Seth Rogen. I was like, don't we have another cartoon coming out that we all love except for Ed? And that
What?
was Masters of the Universe.
That's not coming out this year, is it?
Yeah, I was like, oh, but that's not Seth Rogen. That's what's his name?
That's
Kevin
the
Smith.
comic
Kevin
guy.
Smith. Yeah. So fuck yeah. No, this is gonna be a good year.
with
Spider-Man,
She-Man.
She-Man. That's gonna be
Mhm.
awesome. What other good cartoons we got coming out this year? We have Spider-Man coming out this year.
Oh.
Huh?
I forgot that was coming out this year.
Yeah, Spider-Man's coming out this year. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, He-Man, or She-Man, Tila and the Masters of the Universe. No, this is gonna be a good year for cartoons for sure. But moving on from cartoons, we could talk about our main topic of the day, which I feel probably resonates more with me. I'm not gonna say why, maybe because I'm African American.
And you're not the only one that is, but go on.
What, Darkseid? Green Tuner? That's the only people I can think of. Jake the Snake.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, Jake the Snake. I don't know. I mean, we got a plethora of black people on this panel.
Yeah.
No. So we watched Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut. Man, I'm struggling with that. Directorial debut, which was Creed 3. Obviously, the third entry into the Creed series, the 7th movie in the boxing. Is it 7? Rocky had 4, right? Or
5.
5. So 8th movie, yeah. 8th movie in the boxing world of Rocky Balboa. And yeah. Awesome movie. I don't know. That was like I feel like this is like
this is the 9th, guys.
Is it the 9th?
Wait, there's a Rocky 6?
Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa. You're absolutely right. It's the 9th.
Yep.
Man, talk about a timeless score.
Yeah,
the Rocky score.
I'm not gonna lie, that score you just did sound like the 8-bit version of it. Like I don't know.
Oh no, mine was the super shit version.
Yeah, right. Like the Super Famicom version or something. NES. Mike Tyson's
Super Famicom version. Hey yo,
Adrian. Like,
hey yo, Adrian.
It was funny. My wife was like, she's like Sylvester Stallone. He sounds like that in every movie. Does he really talk like that? I'm like, yeah, he just got that. I don't know what type of accent that shit is. Is that?
God knows where.
I think it was a disability or something that he had. I saw like an interview he was talking about it. I think.
Is this the same
interview? She said disability.
Something.
Disability. Is this the same interview with
George
Lucas?
What? When you pause, or did I freeze?
Oh yeah.
It looked like we lost that.
Yeah, he froze.
Yeah, he froze.
Ayo,
Adrian.
You guys freeze or did I freeze?
You froze.
You froze.
Yeah. Tell Bado to stop calling you during the podcast.
Your internet connection is unstable.
It's probably outside your window right now.
Tell her that you have boundaries. Yeah. Creed 3. So through Creed 3, like I said, directorial. Am I saying that shit correctly?
Directorial.
Jeez.
Directorial debut.
Michael B. Jordan. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I took my wife to this movie because she has a huge crush on Michael B. Jordan. I was kind of hesitant on that because, I mean, I feel like I look just like him. And I'm probably sexier than him, but
spitting image
of him, exactly. Like, me and him have the exact same bod. I actually trained him, absolutely crazy. I did, and then also Wood Harris is in this movie as well, who was his trainer in this movie as well, and she was really hyped about seeing this, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna waste my time seeing a shitty movie. I really didn't think this movie was gonna be that good. Only because it just seemed like how many more boxing movies can they do? I was pleasantly surprised. I thought this movie was phenomenal. Enjoyed it. Jonathan Majors, you guys know I am a huge fan of his.
Me and you, buddy.
Yeah,
I love me some Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors, like, damn, he's a good actor. Yeah, I just thought this was a phenomenal movie. I thought this was great. Definitely saw the anime inspired themes in it, which I thought was dope. I think I mentioned in the past, Michael B. Jordan is a huge anime fan.
Are you talking about the part when the wife was yelling at him and this giant sweat drop, one single giant sweat dropped from his head?
Yes. Yeah. And then he went and he uppercutted her. Shut up.
That's true. And then she produced a mallet from thin air and hit him in the head.
Yeah, and actually knocked him through like 3 buildings. it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, a lot of anime.
And got right back up.
And then for some reason he started speaking. And then I don't know if you guys watched it in the subtitle. There were subtitles. He started speaking Japanese.
Sasuke! Sasuke! Odomo Torijigori.
Which I like Fist of the North Star. Every time he beat his enemy, the red dive, and then kills him in one hit. Awesome movie. I liked how he was doing that. No, it was good. Like I said, the action was great. I loved it. I mean, I'm kind of curious. What do you guys think of the movie? I mean, and I also came in watching the movie. I never watched Creed 2.
I didn't either.
Did I?
Until right before the movie. So
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I haven't watched that at all.
Yeah, I saw it right before the movie, seeing Creed 3, and I was like, yeah, this was just a good series so far. So, like, what did you guys think of it?
So I went into this movie. Go on.
That's right, bitch.
Yeah, shut the fuck
Hold on, wait.
You already said go on. Shut the
Yeah, exactly. You already basically bowed to me. All right.
Yeah.
You already showed me your tail. All right.
Right.
So
why are you buying there?
I didn't love this movie, I'll be honest. I thought it had a great opening.
Wow.
The fight scene at the end was good, but the middle part was just garbage, to be honest. They basically turned Jonathan Majors into the Black Ivan Drago in the middle of the movie. Like, they just made him like a complete ass. And it's not just Creed series. Rocky does that too.
Yeah.
Where the villain is always like cartoonishly evil.
Bad. Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been more interesting if, honestly, Jonathan Majors wasn't evil. He was just really trying to, like, come up and make him more likable so that it's more of a struggle as an audience member to, to side. Give him some complexity instead of just turning him into like a super, conniving evil guy.
Yeah, this turns into a super douchebag. Now, question for you. Did you just hate the movie because the Hispanic guy got his ass whooped by Jonathan Majors?
Look,
I feel
just because I was wearing my Mexico shirt.
I was about to say, did you have your Mexican flag? Like
exactly, and I was eating Al Pastor tacos in my seat. Doesn't mean that I was dissuaded in any way.
Okay. All
right. Just because I started yelling at a random old black guy because all the other ones were too young and fit to pick on, that doesn't mean that I had any other motives.
Okay. I was kind of thinking about that, like maybe you didn't feel like
you're represented enough or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, granted, the next movie, wherever the guy's name is, I forgot what his name was. I'm gonna call him Reyes.
Yeah.
He's gonna get
something
like that. He's gonna get his own movie where it's gonna show his come up, showing from the main streets of Guadalajara, Texas, somewhere. Guadalajara. He's going to be coming from the mean streets of not Texas, Mexico, and it's going to show his come up as a fighter, and then it's going to be a movie for you, and I'll be so happy for you.
A spinoff of a spinoff.
Then and only then will I say it's a great movie.
Yeah, right. What do you think of the fighting choreography though?
Great. The fight scene at the end was obviously it's not realistic. It's meant for movies,
right?
But I thought it was great. It was really exciting.
Did you feel like because think of it like past Rocky movies where or like in the first Creed, like he lost his the ending fight, he lost.
Just like Rocky.
Just like Rocky. Yeah, Rocky.
Just like Rocky.
Which I think is awesome. Like, not everybody is going to be, you don't want him to be the Floyd Mayweather of a movie where he's going 52-0 and we already know that he's always going to win every single fight.
Exactly.
So overall, do you guys feel satisfied with that last fight, knowing like this is kind of the end of the series?
Well, I haven't said anything yet. I'm waiting for Green Turin to say his stuff first.
Okay, hold on.
I mean,
listen, Ed, I'm allowing you to speak.
Whoa! I see
so gracious.
Reverse psychology here.
Very gracious.
No,
go ahead.
No, what do you think, Ed?
Are you done?
Yeah, no. Come on, you can, dude. You can interrupt me. That's fine.
Yeah, what do you think? You're so polite.
No, not being polite. I guess actually I really went into this with an open mind about it because I'm not really a big fan of boxing movies. I'll watch boxing.
Dude, Rocky series is one of the greatest, even if you're not a boxing fan.
Well, I'm not saying it's not, but so I mean, I was more into like sci-fi and stuff like that back in the day when I was a kid. So Rocky was like it was an okay movie. It wasn't geared
What about
towards
that
me.
Rock and Sock'em movie? It wasn't called Rock and Sock'em. Real Steel?
Never seen it.
Real,
No?
yeah, something like
Never
that.
seen it.
Steel Punch.
I know
or
you're
something
talking
like
about with
Yeah.
what's his name?
Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was all right. But so I went into this with open mind. Because Michael B. Jordan, it's his first directorial debut, and he's
His first one?
directorial, whatever. I
Guys,
said it earlier. I
guys,
said it earlier.
Let's not do that. Okay, when you do the
His
Directorial.
Directal.
when you guys
Directal.
when you're going through and like scrubbing
I
through
said
the
it
episode,
earlier.
just have a Windows app that's that does the pronunciation for him. So
Mhm.
yeah, just we'll get it right in the post edit.
I said it earlier, but anyways,
Mhm.
so I really like the way he directs. There are parts where I think he kind of fell off a bit. I think the pacing of it in the middle was not great.
No, it was way too rushed.
No, it was rushed, but the beginning, I think it was really, really well done. I really enjoy what is his name? Wow, I forgot his name.
Majors?
Majors. His acting. So good. I think he's going to be like
Really
my top 5 favorite actors.
Wow.
Yeah, he's really good. The back and forth between Majors and Jordan, really well done. You can tell that they have like really great acting chemistry. They're probably like cool outside of the movies also. I think they are outside of the movies also.
They are friends outside the movie.
Yeah, so you can like see that they're both great actors, but that chemistry between them two, very, very good. I can't think of a bad actor in this movie or actress in this movie. Everyone played their roles pretty well.
The boxers were pretty bad.
The boxers outside of the main group of boxers.
Yeah. No, the actual boxers.
Yeah.
I think some of them had a couple of speaking lines, and it was, I mean, you can't help it. They're just boxers.
No one's really paying attention to them, though.
Who was in there? Wasn't Canelo in there?
Canelo didn't say anything.
Yeah,
Canelo
he didn't say nothing.
he was just there.
Like, my wife was like,
thick as accent.
Yeah, my wife. I was like, "Yo, that's Canelo right there." She's like, "Who? Like, who the fuck is that?" I'm like, "Never mind." Like,
yeah,
I'm
your wife
excited.
For sure went just for Michael B. Jordan. Then,
well, every time Michael B. Jordan came, like when he first showed up and he got like in shape, my wife was like poking me. I was laser focused on screen because I did not want to give her any fucking attention. Because and then when what's his name?
Michael B. Jordan?
No, not Michael B. Jordan.
Majors?
No, not Majors. The trainer.
The trainer.
Your wife likes that actor?
Yeah, she loves him. Like Wood Harris. She
the guy from The Wire.
The Wire. Yeah, Avon Barksdale. Yeah, she loves fucking him and I always be like, of course I ask my wife like, yeah, if you were alone with him in a hotel, she's like, nah, never, I would never do that to you. But I'm like, every time he comes on screen, she always turns to me and starts cheesing, and it pisses me off. But she loved it. But yeah, I was kind of upset that she didn't know who Canelo was. But I mean, that's only for like if you like boxing. I mean, sure, but yeah, I kind of find it funny they he didn't have any speaking lines.
Michael B. Jordan was jacked, but I just never really saw how fucking massive Majors can get.
Yeah,
but that's Majors. That's Majors.
It's insane how much he can pack onto his frame.
That's how he pretty much naturally is, right? Like Majors, I mean, he's obviously extra buff in the movie, but he's like really into fitness. So like he's always in shape.
Well, yeah, even the way that I got introduced to him mainly was Lovecraft County or Country or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Lovecraft.
And even then, you can see how big he is, how imposing he is.
Yeah.
The only thing, and obviously it's a movie, so it's not realistic. It's like just seeing them together, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, Michael B. Jordan's heavyweight." I'm like, "Oh my!"
He doesn't look like a heavyweight.
It's like Deontay Wilder is a heavyweight, like a true heavyweight.
Yeah,
he's so much bigger.
Yeah, Deontay Wilder is fucking massive. He's tall as shit.
The Gypsy King. I'm blanking out on his name. The current champion. He's humongous too.
What's his name?
And those are heavyweights.
Yeah, those are actual heavyweights, and they look like heavyweights. It's kind of it's weird how they said that. I was like, Jonathan Majors looks like a
heavyweight.
He looks like a heavyweight.
Yeah.
He just it just didn't. I'm sorry, it just didn't to me. It just didn't look like he didn't look. Tyson Fury, that's what we call him.
Tyson Fury.
Yeah, I was thinking his brother.
What an easy name to remember, and I forgot.
What's his brother's name? Just got into did an match with.
Jake Paul. Fury, the one that beat Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Damn it! It's like there's only to my tongue. Is it Mike? Not Mike. Nate Fury? No. It's gonna kill me now. Tyson Fury brother.
Okay.
God.
Even though brother or cousin? No, it's a brother.
His brother, Tommy Fury. Yeah. There we go. Jeez.
Tommy Fury. Yeah.
I don't know how I forget. Even though I feel like never mind. We could talk about this later. I was like Tyson Fury. I feel like he's kind of his first match with Wilder. I feel like was a gimmick, but we can talk about that later.
I know that a lot of people may not agree with this, but I'm kind of glad that Rocky's not in the movie.
I don't think he was in the last movie either.
No, he wasn't. He was in the second movie.
He was?
Yeah, he was in the second
movie.
From
what I heard, he was in it. From what I heard. I haven't seen the second movie.
Well, it's good. Yeah, he needs to step away and just hand it over.
Well, not just hand it over, but it feels like that this is Creed's. This is his own movie. That's
it's his own. Yeah, that's
and actually. I like that. He doesn't have to piggyback off of Rocky anymore. I think that it was very well done that he was not in there.
Yeah.
The only really gripe I have with this movie was the middle. It just seemed like it was the pacing was a little bit off. Like I was kind of took me out of the movie. But the fight scenes. Now I know you didn't really like the fight scenes.
I like the fight scene. I said the choreography was good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I just said that was one of my favorite things, the ending. I liked the beginning, the ending, but not the middle.
Oh, I like the beginning.
We're both agreeing on the same things. I don't know what you're
I like the beginning.
To argue with
I like the beginning.
About.
The movie, the
fight. So did I.
Yeah. I like it that it's very I see the anime inspiration in there, especially at the end, where I love it that the whole crowd was gone. And it was just
that part was corny.
I liked it.
But that wasn't like the anime part. I mean, the anime part was more like in the beginning where
when he was like moving out of the way in slow
I saw
motion.
That. Yeah.
He's sizing
weak spots or whatever.
Yeah, I see it there too. Yeah. But I think it was at the end too.
It's definitely in the end. But I'm saying like the real like anime, I was like, yo, this is kind of hype, was at the very beginning when he was sizing up his opponent and I'm like kind of like I'm gonna counter with this. This is his weak point, and I'm gonna go this, and I'm gonna move my body like this.
He's just shouting out his moves,
right?
To really get into the anime.
Well,
Dragon Fist Punch.
But they actually were gonna do something for that. They were gonna. So Michael B. Jordan said that at one point he wanted for the last battle, or even through all the fights, that you could hear the actors' inner monologues. So you hear their inner dialogue and see, when he comes with a light jab, I'm going to counter this, that, and the other. Stuff like that has already been done. But I
thought he didn't do that.
He didn't do that. Yeah, like it's a special way you have to do that. Last thing I actually would say that actually did it well was Sherlock Holmes, with Robert Downey Jr.
That's a different guy. It's like a Scorsese movie,
right?
The inner dialogue. It's worked into certain things, but like an action scene, it's so hard.
Yeah, absolutely. So one person we haven't heard from, it's like the reverse.
Oh, so quiet.
Wasn't done though, but go on.
No one cares, Ed. Darkseid. What did you feel? Because I mean, you actually recommended this movie for us to watch.
Stop pouting, Darkseid. Yeah. Tell us what do you think?
Tell us what's going on.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, he can hear us.
While watching porn.
Oh, I was playing Metroid. Sorry.
What?
All right, never mind. I'm sorry.
What?
All right.
What were you saying?
Which
You son of a bitch.
I think we heard Dark Side's feelings, guys. Okay, guys, can we all
Okay,
apologize?
what did you think
Can
of?
we all
I'm
apologize?
sorry for whatever you think I did.
Yeah, I'm sorry for what we
Right.
did to you. We will respect your idea of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the future.
Thank
Fuck them
you.
twins.
That's all I wanted to hear.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fuck them twins.
Well, I thought, yeah, I think.
I'm sorry that you feel like I did something.
Wow.
Shut up, Rick.
I don't need this. All right, I gotta get back to hentai world here on Switch. It's a lot of stuff going on here.
Metroid was a code word, I guess.
Mhm.
So Creed 3.
Yes.
I like Creed 3. It was it was okay. It actually was. I'm a big fan of the Rocky franchise, so like I love all the movies. All the movies I'm a big fan of.
Even 5?
And not 5. No, 4 is my favorite. The one with Drago.
Oh yeah, 4.
4 is my
It's probably
favorite.
the worst story wise because it's like 90%.
No,
what's it
I
called?
love that
Apollo?
reason.
No, 90%.
Drago.
What the hell is it called when it's like music played over like?
Oh, it's like
cutscenes?
yeah, montage. It's all montage.
Yeah,
montage,
it's
It's
if you
the
actually
best.
sit down and analyze it, that movie is like 90% montage and like 10% like
New
actual
shit.
yeah script.
All right. I'm gonna review this movie while I play Metroid Prime for the
No,
ultimate.
you son of a bitch!
Yes.
We
hold
can't
on, I'm
even hear
very
you.
close to some cool.
We can hear it.
Yeah, I know you could hear it. Yeah, check this out. Check this out. So like,
How are we supposed to? We can't even see what you're.
all right, fine. God damn it.
Damn it, God.
End this goddamn podcast. All right. So, anyways, Creed.
So you love all the Rocky movies except
I love
5.
all the Rocky movies. Yeah, big fan. Creed 1 was amazing. I love Creed 2, mainly because it's a big tribute to my favorite Rocky 4. So, this one, I love the character. Obviously, the biggest gripe I have is it's missing Rocky. He's the legacy of the whole series. So it felt very
Really?
odd. He's in every movie. He's in every Creed movie. He's in every Rocky
Sullivan.
movie. Obviously, even they have I love when they have the musical cues for in they sneak them in the Rocky musical cues into the Creed movies. I love when they do that because it always means something when he has that like Rocky spirit going on. And they do it special in all the 3 movies, and they did it in this one too. But yeah, there are moments where I'm like, Rocky should be here because like especially when they established the importance of that relationship in 2 movies, like how much time, like especially in 2 where he can't let him go, like he can't move on from that relationship and that like that passing of the torch, you know, that is happening there. He's so integral in his life, and then when something happens like this, I mean, I would be okay if they kind of wrote it off like Rocky's dead, you know, but like okay, you know, like, okay, Rocky's dead. That's kind of fucked up.
I think that would have been worse.
That would have been worse. But like,
he what's it called? He got the gentleman's cancer.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
how he
he
said
got-
about
he got the
what's her
gentleman's
name?
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gentleman.
Yeah, she
kids.
got the lady cancer.
Wow.
No, but I was expecting like I don't know, him to be like in all the movies in his darkest hour, he always goes to Rocky for that like simplistic advice. And it's never like Yoda advice. It's just like, hey, you gotta, sometimes you just gotta hit him, man. And
He does
Creed's
say that
"Oh,
shit.
yeah,
It doesn't
yeah,
matter
yeah."
how many how many
Yeah,
punches
so
you
it's like,
take.
I mean, it's like sage advice, but coming from Rocky, it always sounds like, oh man, that's
Yeah.
exactly what he needed to hear.
Yeah.
Like when he fought like Drago Jr., like I mean, like it was that what was his advice to Drago Jr.? It was like
He's like, you hit him, you got it. You just got. He said something about like
yeah,
the
he
fact that
does stuff like that.
he's like, you hit him, you did good. You just gotta,
You're
yeah,
thinking
I'll
about
think
it
him.
too much, kid. Yeah, you're
got-
thinking about it here. You gotta
Yeah.
think about it here.
Here, yeah. You gotta think about it
You
here.
gotta think about it. Use your heart rate.
Yeah. And
Anyways, we're really dumbing it down.
Yeah.
I love
And Creed was
the
like-
character. I don't want to even get the wrong impression. I love Rocky. I don't want to think, but no.
That's how he comes across.
That's how he
Yeah,
does
you
his
moron. No. He's a very like there's few characters that will make me cry. just by like,
bitch.
Yeah, I'm a total bitch. When Rocky goes to like Adrian's grave and he just has like talks to her,
Yeah,
that gets me every time, because it's like I watch this guy like everyone around him is dead. You know that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Creed 2 will break your heart. Like,
no,
but
the ending scene.
Yeah, it really does.
I'm not gonna lie, that did get me.
All right, well,
it gets you. It gets you.
The movie's been out for years at this point.
I do want to see Creed 2.
You're right. Fucking screw
well,
it.
you should have seen it by now.
You should have seen it by now. If you saw the third movie, you should have saw the second one.
Anyways,
I do want to see Creed 2.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that Creed beat Drago at the end.
Dang it, Green Tuner.
Way off.
But the way that he beat him, though.
It
but the way that he beat him, that was actually kind of emotional too.
They do, like you said, this is the 9th boxing movie in this franchise, right? So you have to be like, okay, how many times has he won, lost? You know, like you got to shake it up. And then I like in Creed 2, like I'm expecting someone to lose and someone to win. The way they left it in the middle of the movie, I don't know if you remember when the all right, I'm just gonna say it.
Just say it.
Yeah, spoil it. Who cares?
No, I won't. But
I will.
No, it's fine. But I like Creed 2 better than this movie.
I can't believe that's how. Oh my god, that's how he lost. That's insane.
It's crazy.
Aliens came down.
Ed, you should have kept your headphones off.
Anyways, anyways, Killmonger beat him, and that was pretty cool.
But the way that they go about the last battle for Creed 2 was emotional because it played is like an homage to Rocky 4, but they do it kind of in an unexpected way. So
it's such a good movie about legacy and like you're like, it's about what that legacy. The first movie is really good about am I my father's son or am I my own man, and the second movie is about I am my father's son and this guy killed my father. Like there is he's owning his heritage. You know what I mean? And that fight and Rocky's guilt about not throwing in the towel in Rocky 4 is so, like I said, this character is one of the few characters that will make me cry when he's talking about his light bulb in front of his house that he talks about in Rocky 3. He's talked about that fucking light bulb. And when he mentions stuff in Creed, I'm like, oh yeah, that light bulb's still not fixed.
Yeah.
Or when they show the turtles in Creed 1, like remember like the turtles, his turtles that he buys in Rocky 1, the little bit box turtle.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's still alive and it's swimming in the background. Like all these little
that's cute
things. Yeah, but
did Creed and Creed 2 have a speech to the Soviet Union at the end?
Yeah,
because that's the only way that I'll accept any movie.
Of course,
honoring that.
As we know, Rocky ended the Cold War.
Everybody knows that.
If I could change, and it could change, you could change, and we could change.
Together.
Well, there's a great line in Creed 2 because I love freaking Rocky 4 so much. There's a line that Rocky says there. He's trying to stop Creed from fighting Drago, and he's like, he's like, I fought him. And there are things he broke in me that have never been fixed.
Yes.
It's such a good line. Because you guys watch Rocky 5, the beginning of Rocky 5, it takes place right after Rocky 4. And he's like in the shower after that fight.
I don't remember Rocky 5. I'm gonna be
Anyways, he's totally destroyed. Like Ivan Drago like does things to his body that he retired basically because of Drago. But the fallout of that is a lot in Creed 2.
If he does.
This is more becoming a Creed 2 review here, but
no, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say that. I was like,
Drago tells his son, like, you must break him at one point. I'm like, yes, fucking get out there.
He's like Creed punching 3? Steel.
What the thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'll say a reason why I think is Creed 2. Before you even say you like Creed 3, I think this is becoming quite clear. I think you like Creed 2. I think Creed 2 is the best of the series.
I would say Creed 1 is still my favorite.
You think it's still your favorite?
Creed 1 and 2 are outstanding. But one has this like journey that I really enjoy, but 2 is really a part 2 of this story. You know what I mean? You need
Two-
Rocky. This
two
is
is a
why
part two.
I
What do you
like
mean?
these movies.
What do you mean part two?
Like I just said, part one is about him wanting to be his own man, and two is about him embracing where he comes from. You know what I mean? Like his father's legacy. Two
Oh,
is
part two.
about
Oh,
his
it's part
father's
two.
yeah, it
Or part
feels
one.
like
Okay.
1 and 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It feels
yeah.
very integral. And this movie, Creed 3, I it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. It doesn't fit as well as 1 and 2 fit together so seamlessly that 3 just feels a little bit off. And it's not so much. I love the ancillary characters. I love his wife. I love his kids. I love his grandma, and I love like he talks about his legacy. But it just feels like it's a little. It's it's just a little removed, just a little bit removed from what I love about Creed 1 and 2. And I don't know if it is Rocky, but it's that like, and he's the champ. By 2, he's the champ. So like, I mean, it's not so much that he's not among the underdog anymore, but I don't know.
I think I have a thought on why you might like
shit
1 and 2 more than 3 or whatever. But so in 3, I think Rocky is not in there for a good reason. For one, Creed he's well established now. He's in the fruits of his labor. He's a champ, or was a champ. He's retired. He's got everything. His story's pretty much done. I don't even think there needed to be a Creed 3, really. His story's done. So
I disagree with that.
I disagree with that too.
No, I'm glad
I
it's
think
a
there
Creed
could
3.
easily be in a Creed 3. However, I absolutely will say that had certain business deals gone down the way they should have, this movie would have been far greater because Rocky would have been in it. Because there's a moment in this movie where he goes to a very dark place and he needs to find like that Rocky comeback thing to figure out how to overcome.
That's what I'm saying. He's well established now. Like
it's not about being established.
No, I don't think it's about established. I think he had no other choice. So if okay, so I mean, everybody's seen the movie here, so spoilers if you're listening at this point.
Shit.
Yeah, we're coming back with the spoilers.
We always do spoilers if you're listening.
Yeah, when his mother died, he went to that dark place, and well, first when he yelled at his mother like, "Yo, you did this to me," like, you know, me and Damien were friends and blah blah blah, but you actually ended that. And then when his mother died, he had to come to the realization it wasn't his mother that caused that. He was running from the responsibility of what he loved his friend and abandoned him and pretended like he didn't exist for decades while he went on and moved on with his life. When his mother died, you know, he kind of just went to this place of, hey, you know, I realized that this is what I did. I need to kind of get back on my own feet. And I need to fight him, this, that, and the other. I need to, as a man, face this person that I abandoned. The only way that he'll know I could be able to even talk to him is if I beat him in the ring. That's the only way I can actually have a conversation with him. That would have been a perfect time for Rocky to show up. I think I agree with what Darkseid is saying.
I just wanted like a Skype call, you know what I mean? Like I don't expect him to fly because Rocky doesn't fly, as we know.
But I think he's his own person now, that he doesn't like need Rocky for that anymore.
I don't think that
it's not that. It's
it just wasn't in the business deal, so it just didn't work out.
If anything, like the person that kind of did help him out was his wife.
But that's not the point, though. The point is that Rocky is a father to him when he didn't have a father. Yeah. So at the end of the day, Rocky, even though he calls him Unc, Rocky, I feel like, and I agree with what Darkseid is saying, this movie was great. But with Rocky has always been that rock and foundation, no pun intended, was that rock and foundation for Creed. And in his darkest time, when his mother, who he adored,
that's what really bothered me.
Yeah, the mother that he adored, like to no end, and the one father figure that was the closest to his father. Like Rocky was literally the closest thing to his father outside of his mother.
Yeah.
So the one person that he should have called when his mother died, and saying like, hey, even though Rocky couldn't really relate, like in the past Rocky movies, well, he did. He had like a Rocky relationship with Apollo Creed at first, where their enemies gave him a shot.
No pun intended either.
No pun intended. Like, hey Adrian, I'm on the roll here. he should have called Rocky. Rocky was the most logical choice to go to when he has his back against the wall. He's emotional. He's crying. This, that, and the other. His wife, of course, she's there to be emotional support. But the person he's always been relied upon, or he's always relied upon, was Rocky. Rocky should have been that person to be in his corner. And now while Rocky, they could have used Rocky in this entire story because Rocky had a relationship with Apollo. So they could have used that like, hey, he's your friend. And ultimately, like, you got to fight your friend sometimes. Like, even though he's your friend, you got to go beat your friend sometimes. And that's the only way that you guys can talk. Like, they could have spun that around.
Now, there is... Go ahead, sorry.
It just felt like it was removed. Like, you had a personal story. Like, Creed's story was like Rocky's story to an extent. Like, Creed was taking over everything Rocky had done. And the consequences of Rocky affected Creed. It would have been great.
The difference here is Rocky made a lot of mistakes in his life, and through Creed and Creed 1 and 2, he takes the time to like tell him, like, teach him, like, I did this, don't do this. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and he, like, I mean, when he has his daughter coming, like, it's all this like personal stuff he's going through, and he wants him to understand that like, you have to sometimes you don't need to fight. Sometimes you don't need to fight, and that the Creed 2 is good with that. Like, nobody wants them to fight Drago,
right?
But in this movie, Creed 2 also, like, the end of Creed 2 had a good like sign off for Rocky, where it was like, it was like in the end he was like, this is your story now, like kind of right. Like he kind of walked away, kind of like Creed did in this movie. So there is a nice clean exit for Rocky. Excuse me. But the way this movie is written, there is a real dark hour for Creed, and I get that there's like a financial like battle happening in the background.
Sure.
Where this movie absolutely was written with Rocky in it, and it would have probably been a way better movie. But I think that it's just missing. Just give me a scene. I would have been happy with the scene of him on the phone and him like hanging up, and then she's saying like, "Oh, how's Rocky?" And he's like, "He's good." He said something about lady parts or whatever he said, and then like he's like, "You got to some generic advice."
But you know what?
Like, I get that you can't have Stallone in the movie, right? Like for whatever reason, but you have to acknowledge like when this like heavyweight champion of the world at the apex of his career is facing a psychological struggle, who's his guru, and you know what I mean? Like, I mean, who's been there, who's done it, who's guided him in every step of the way, like he's turned to. And it just feels weird that he doesn't, like, the movie doesn't acknowledge it, but it avoids that in a good way too. Like,
but they messed up in one part though, and this is now that like listening to you has got me going back in retrospective. The storyline with the daughter, right, where she's fighting other kids and so forth, they never really paid that off at the end. They are like, tell her that she doesn't need to fight all the time. But they never really paid it off that him teaching her, like, you don't need to fight everybody.
Yeah.
What would have been great, this is why I should have been in the writing room.
Yeah.
At the end
you should have. I told him.
Yeah.
Here.
At the end of Rocky 2, right? The story getting wrapped up with Rocky, right? That last scene. I'm trying not to spoil it for Ed Underground because he's a pansy.
And Green Tuner.
Green Tuner said spoil it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
God.
The end of Rocky 2, his last interaction before we
mind you, Ed likes the heat in the kitchen. Remember he said he's all down for spoilers.
Oh, he is down for spoilers.
Yeah,
when did I say that?
Oh, you said you don't like it when we do it to you, but
you got into whole in the chat. He was a big guy.
I was talking about numbers.
He was beating his chest. Yeah,
but number this
numbers.
Bitch.
Yeah,
rankings.
Okay, so in Creed 2, so this is more for Darkseid then. You know how they wrapped up Rocky's storyline at the very end. That would have been good.
You wanted that with his daughter,
with his daughter, because then the whole kid thing, you would have gotten that full circle, and I've been like, oh.
Not only would I have loved that, I would have liked a fourth movie where he babysits the daughter, and it's just him running around behind this little girl who's like a ballerina, and him like having a tea party. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. This tastes pretty good.
It'll be good.
And the daughter's just like, she's like it's not putting in there.
Yeah, I mean, he forgets the fact that she's deaf, which is funny thing. She's actually deaf in real life. I didn't know that. She's actually a deaf actress.
Of course.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. But
it's 2023, of course.
It's 2023. I think I didn't know that she was actually deaf, but I mean,
at this point, if there's any character on screen that has some kind of like handicap, you know what I mean?
Right.
I would be offended at this point if they didn't hire the actor.
Oh, really?
Blind or deaf.
Really?
That's why they didn't bring Rocky back.
Really?
Maybe.
Yeah, because he was playing someone with mental disabilities.
At Underground,
it would have been really.
He wasn't playing.
Poor taste.
I heard he had
Stallone
something going on.
He's a simple man. He's a simple man.
So wait. So you would be offended if someone was playing a.
Oh shit! We're gonna have to have this dumbass conversation again.
Oh jeez.
All right,
Darkside, not today, Ed. Not today.
Darkside, go ahead and play some Metroid. I'm gonna go do my Duolingo. And Green.
That's all I gotta say.
Go back to sleep.
I'll probably agree with 90% of what Ed says. Come on, Ed, lay it on them.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Anyways, yeah, that's the only thing. I wish that the ending of 2 would have been put into 3, because I feel like that would have given a kind of a full circle.
I feel like in Creed 3, there's a couple things you could have easily removed out of that. Like at a certain point when, like, if you look at the structure of the movie, at a certain point, I'm like, okay, I get it. I get what they're doing here. There's a part in, like, you talked about the middle. I guess we all talked about there's a lull in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, so that lull in the middle, I think, is just because you don't have that. I don't know if it's the Rocky thing that's in the other movies.
It's fake tension.
Yeah,
it is fake tension.
It's super fake. Like, hey man, I'm gonna help you out. Cool.
And hey, can we just say Stephen A. Smith is an asshole? Who would ambush someone on their own show? Like, what the hell?
That's
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. Are you surprised?
But come on, like, I mean, literally, he's calling in, and Chris is like, "This is not the place." It's like, it is the place. It is the place.
That's exactly why he was there.
Yeah, like this is like he just calls in like randomly.
Yeah, that's why they got him, because they know he would pull stuff like that.
Yeah,
I just wish that deleted scene where he pops Stephen A. Smith after that.
Like, bitch.
Pow.
I think I think Green Turner said it perfectly. It was kind of a lull. You made Jonathan Majors go from like, hey man, I have my back. I really want to be the champ, to fuck you, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Like, it just seems weird, like how he switched. He became all of a sudden an egotistical asshole out of nowhere. Which I understand. He's saying, oh well, I abandoned you after you did for me, just like what I did for you. You abandoned me. I get that. It just seemed a little bit fabricated, and it seems a little bit forced. I didn't like that little exchange when they were at the beach.
That was so bad.
Yeah, I felt like that was
that beach scene was that was bad.
Yeah, that was kind of bad. It's just like they could have written it better, like, where Creed feels some type of way, like Jonathan Majors just becomes greedy. He's like, I'm the champ. I want to be the champ now. I want it all, blah, blah, blah. And just really is trying to come for Creed in a way that is like threatening Creed. Like, he's just trying to punk Creed, not this whole, oh yeah, you abandoned me, so fuck you type of shit. It just seemed weird. But like, I feel like they had to work with what they had to work with. Like, with no Rocky, like, I mean, in my opinion, they kind of exhausted all of the Rocky beefs. Like, the biggest Rocky beef was the Drago situation. So once you kind of gotten there, it's like, what
Tommy Gunn?
Huh?
Tommy Gunn?
Tommy Gunn, yeah.
But I mean,
I think everyone chooses to forget that portion of his life, fictional and real.
Wait, so what was the Clover Lang? Who was the Clover Lang?
Who was the
Jonathan
Clover
Majors?
Lang?
Who was the what?
For Creed? Who was Clover Lang for Creed?
Yeah.
No, this would be the Tommy Gunn. He was the Tommy Gunn for Creed.
So he was a Tommy Gunn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clubber Lang would be
that
the guy.
used the same plot points from the original.
They do use the same plot points. I mean, there are a lot of respect, but like they there's only so much you can do with these movies, right?
That is true.
That's why I said in Creed 2 they do have like interesting twists on the story. In Creed 1 is pretty much Rocky 1. I mean, it's an identical story, still good. Creed 2 has a little bit of a twist, of a redemption twist, but basically it is the same story. Now, Creed 3, it's the Tommy Gunn situation, and I think there's not a lot to explore in the Tommy Gunn situation. Even though,
what if they brought back Carl Weathers as a ghost?
Yeah,
in Star Wars.
Force Ghost.
Yeah.
Force Ghost.
Now the Force is female, so that would have been possible through the daughter.
Or just bring him
What
back
if the
as
daughter channeled Carl Weathers?
or just bring him back as a ghost, like the movie Ghost.
I'm not gonna lie. I was actually thinking that at one point when the scene where all the people are gone, like all the audience is gone. Then
you'd see Carl Weathers there.
Like yeah. And then
I'm always waiting for some stupid cheesy shit to happen like that.
I was waiting for it.
This movie gets the closest to doing the stupid cheesy shit with the background fading away.
Right.
I didn't like that. I thought it was
I didn't like that part either.
It was so unusual. It was unlike anything in the previous movies, like any of them. Like not even Rocky did that. So it just felt unnecessary. I don't know.
Yeah.
I get it. I get
told
what
a
he's
story.
going for. Yeah, but I didn't. I don't need to be like spoon fed the damn story here.
Yeah, we all know what they're both.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both know that they're what they're fighting for and everything. It's just
that being said, Michael B. Jordan, impressive debut directorial.
Oh yes, a debut.
Very
really
impressive.
Good.
Well,
and I like
this
movie.
movie.
Very good.
This movie is the highest grossing sports movie of all time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so for actual sports movie. So yeah, this is actually great.
That's good.
That says a lot for the Creed franchise for sure.
How's Ant-Man doing? Not hanging on that well?
Don't
Ant-Man did cross my mind. Like, this is way better than Ant-Man.
I mean,
Jonathan Majors, like week to week. Damn, what a lineup here.
Yeah. He is killing it. Jonathan Majors.
Can't wait to see him in the next week's movie. Damn.
Yeah, right. He's gonna be in like
Avatar or something.
I mean, don't be surprised. I mean, he's done so well. Like
he was in Avatar. You just didn't see him.
He was blue.
Was it John Cena?
Yeah, he was blue.
Wow.
No, this I think this is an impressive showing for Jonathan Majors for sure, as an actor. Pretty much being in 2 blockbuster movies. I mean, I don't know if you want to call Ant-Man a blockbuster, but
shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired. Yeah, Kevin Feige, please don't cancel my.
Come at him. At him.
Don't cancel my.
That's right, bitch.
We do have other news to talk about too, outside of this. Talking about Marvel, I forgot about that. We can talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, no, this is a very strong showing for Jonathan Majors for sure, and
yes,
as
cool character, cool place character. Where he ends up. In
cool character,
yes,
where his facial expressions were really, really good,
expressive. Like it's just
he has range,
and I think that's what kind of same thing where it was kind of weird. It just seemed for some reason the way that what's his name, Michael B. Jordan was acting compared to Majors. Like Majors just seemed to be able to deliver, except for that middle part, seemed to deliver a much more
believable,
convincing display.
Yeah,
like
everything
the way that he moved, the way that he was talking in the ring, the facial expressions, everything was like, geez, this guy is really fucking on point.
Yeah. I like his boxing style too. His boxing style is ruthless, which is something we haven't seen. Like we saw Drago Jr., right? Like when you saw in the second movie, Drago Jr. is an absolute beast. Like they do a great job.
He's massive. I'm glad to see he's back. That scene where he came to spar with him, I was like, that's some Rocky shit. Where Apollo would spar with with
Rocky.
Rocky to get him ready. Yeah, that's a good shit.
Yeah, it was definitely a callback, and I did like how they end the second one and why he's back in the third one. 100% makes sense. I love that about that scene. Like Drago in the second one is absolute ruthless. Like he is knocking folks out left and right. I mean, he's Drago, so I mean,
the size comparison from him to Michael B. Jordan in two is insane.
It's even bigger difference than Majors.
Michael B. Jordan got bigger this time for sure. I could tell because in 2 you're like, oh, wow, that guy's gonna get murdered. Like I mean, it looks rough.
But they kind of did the same thing also with Rocky, though. Rocky and Drago.
Drago was huge. Too.
Yeah, Drago was huge. So they kind of did like a homage to that a bit. But Majors, I like the fact that the boxing style, instead of going with somebody who's just like Drago, pretty much is like just a big guy who just can knock people out left and right. It was like he was on the same level. I kind of wish they did it more like an anime where they were. They kind of did that where they were on the same level. Like they both had the ability to plan ahead, do the slow-mo and be like, okay, I see that shoulder. I'm going to doom, hit the shoulder. And then it's like very methodical how they did it. So I kind of like the way that they did that. I wish they would have did it more.
And then there's the second stage to Majors' character.
Yeah.
He's like, now I can go 100%
more. Yeah.
Remember when
oh, you fool! This isn't even my final form.
Yeah, that's right. Remember when Creed was like, did like that furry, like,
the million punches.
Yeah. And Majors did that thing in anime that's like as close up on his face, like that. That's all good tributes. That's all good stuff.
But they did a great job. I just like the fact that
I felt like it was this close to doing that stuff.
It was very close. Like it seemed like he wanted to do all the super anime shit.
Yeah,
whereas like he goes and then he actually
restrained.
knocks him out off the ground. And he's like, and then like he does the full punch through. And like I mean, it seemed like they were going to do that. I'm glad that he pulled back a little bit.
Yeah.
But I just, like I said, I like the fact that they kind of did it where they both were focused fighters and they were very methodical. I feel like they kind of lost that in the very end though. It kind of just came more of, okay, Creed, like
that's how it always becomes a slugfest halfway through. But I did like that they went through like knowing your enemy's anatomical history. Like I mean, we knew about his fractured hands and he knew about where to hit him in his body. Like I love all that stuff when they talked about he's studying him, like he's like all his previous fights and everything.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, no, that was a really cool movie. So all right, I guess do you guys have anything more you want to add to this? I feel like
no.
All right, so let's give it
the wife. That was a good wife. And
on Women's Day.
Oh, Women's
Day. Motherfucker.
Wow.
What are you talking
about? What specifically?
Why are you objectifying her?
Yeah, why is she a good wife? Why is she a good wife?
Because she was helping him in his
That's not what
struggle.
You meant, you son of a bitch.
No, that's exactly what
so she's there to help him.
Yeah, she's just a helpmate. Wow.
That's it. Cancel.
Yeah. If you want to cancel the Underground, you can go to twitch.tv.
Actually, Central Time Zone, it's no longer International Women's Day.
He's
technically right.
Uncanceled.
Right.
Yeah.
Underground. Well done. Baby.
Safe.
Good thing we kept those clams happy. That's all I want to say.
Jeez, we were almost about to have to go to Kick. To start streaming because
let me unbuckle my belt. All right, here we
go. But
I got you, Rocky, right here.
Wow.
Hey,
Adrian. Adrian. So all right, what do you guys think? So let's give it some blurries. So let's start off with Ed Underground. What do you think?
Oh yeah, Ed.
Oh, okay. I would give this an 8.
solid 8. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Not bad.
It's for you, Adrian. It's for you.
All right, Green Turn, what would you give it?
I'm giving it a. I was gonna say 6. I'll say 7.
7. Okay.
Yeah, I when we started the show, it was a 6, but after discussing and seeing more positive in it, I'm gonna say a 7.
Wow.
Okay, good. I would give it an 8 for sure. Solid movie. I think I was at 8 the entire time. I don't think talking to you guys has changed it. If anything, it probably would have brought it down to maybe a little bit. But no, my original was an 8. I think this was a great movie, a great entry to the Creed series. Honestly, if they stop it here, I would be content. Yeah, like I said, good movie. All right, Dark Side.
7.5.
7.5.
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
7.5. I think it's there's still like I still love the character, but it just feels Jonathan Majors was a good adversary for him, and I like the story. They just didn't go. There's so much potential in his character, Jonathan Majors' character.
Yeah.
That I felt that they missed the mark on. Rocky is a huge miss that would have made this movie way better, and Michael B. Jordan's direction, great, gets a little bit too anime at a few times that I think doesn't fit Creed 1 and 2's formula, but great directorial debut from him. So other than that, great movie.
All right, good. I think okay. So we're all around the same.
Around the same, yeah.
For this movie, so yeah, congratulations to Michael B. Jordan for killing it. I mean, for first directed movie. Hopefully we see a lot more great things from him.
I was scared. I was very scared because I love this franchise, and when they said this is the first one that Rocky's not or Stallone's not a part of,
right,
in some production capacity, where he is like just like Rocky, the character is for Creed, Stallone is for this franchise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's messed up that Sylvester Stallone created this character, wrote every part of his life, pretty much spearheaded Creed and created because he doesn't own the character or whatever bullshit that is because of whatever legal BS. He's not. That's the only reason he's not in it. It sucks, but
it does. Yeah,
could have been way better, but wasn't as bad as it. I was afraid of it being. So I'm satisfied.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like you can't have a Rocky movie or Creed movie. I feel like you can't. I mean, you can honestly have it without Stallone, and it did well.
Yeah,
but it's like having a Terminator movie.
Soul missing.
Yeah, like you can't have a Terminator movie without referencing Arnold in some way, in some form. And I feel like
kind of true.
The soul was missing. Like, still a great shell of a movie. That's even harsh to say. Still great content. It's just it's just missing. It's what stops
content.
it. Well, it misses what it makes it from good to great. I
absolutely agree with you. So, now, let me ask you one last question here. Do you think we're getting a daughter series?
Down the road,
yes.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Down the road, yeah.
Yeah. I think when she gets...
I think it's 50-50. It feels like it, but I don't want it. However, I didn't want, like, Creed to, like, I didn't like the idea of Creed. Yeah, I was over there. I was like, why are you messing with this?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even though Rocky Balboa redeemed the franchise from Rocky 5. So I was very happy at Rocky Balboa. And when they announced Creed, I was like, oh, this sounds cool, but why are you messing with this? But once Stallone was involved, the man, it's his universe. He knows how to do it. I was like, perfect. So when he's not in it, I was real scared. But I think there was enough in Michael B. Jordan to understand the character.
I think this will be okay, this might sound ableist to an extent.
Oh
shit, hot take. I think it will be something new. Obviously doing a series with Creed's daughter because she's deaf. I don't know if there's any series out there with a deaf actor as the main character. Not that I can think of. If there is, I mean, please
That
enlighten
would be
me.
that would be cool. You're right. It would be a cool to see a fighter who's deaf, like in what they're going through and how they fight.
Right.
That would be cool.
But
Yeah.
I think they might play it off with like how Tessa Thompson's character can hear, but she's going deaf. They might give her hearing to an extent, but then they, I mean, obviously they're going to change the actor from it because I mean the little girl, she's young, so if they were going to do something in the next like 10 years,
Yeah.
like, they're going to have to probably pick a new actor, but it all depends. That will be a challenge, and I'm curious at how they would do that. That would be awesome. But I think they will probably say like she got her hearing some way.
I can't wait for her to fight Drago's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be something too. No,
Drago's mute daughter.
No,
I was gonna
Drago's
say blind daughter.
yeah.
What a fight.
I'm not gonna lie. What if they had like a Jackie Chan, Master Splinter type of like can't see shit, but somehow I mean is whooping her ass like.
Did you ever see that See No Evil, Hear No Evil with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder? Where
no.
Oh yeah,
one's blind, one's deaf. Very offensive. You can't watch that movie anymore. I don't even think you can show it on TV anymore. But yeah, I could definitely see a good buddy comedy coming out of it.
You talking like a buddy cop, like a buddy cop?
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, she's a deaf boxer.
We're canceled.
She's a deaf boxer. He's a blind man.
No, I mean I think it is possible. I would like to see it. That'd be cool to see. I doubted Creed as a black man. I should be ashamed of myself. I was the same way. I was like I was a purist. I was a Rocky purist. I was like, why would you mess up with the legacy of Rocky?
No, it's okay for you to do that the month of March, but during Batman History Month, you shouldn't be thinking that.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
Too
soon. Too soon.
Just saying.
All right. So one thing I wanted to discuss with you guys really quick before we get out of here. So news did come out from Marvel recently that as we know, Daredevil, I think it's called Reborn, is coming out. So I just wanted to, I mean, this is technically not true, but everybody's favorite Punisher
yes
is returning. John Bernthal is coming back, is confirmed to come back as Punisher. Vincent I can't ever say his last name. D'Onofrio. Yeah, D'Onofrio. Jeez, I can never say his name. Vincent D'Onofrio is confirmed to be coming back as Kingpin. Of course, I mean he's kind of everybody's. He's pretty much the people's champ when it comes to Kingpin. But I mean, I feel very happy the fact that John Bernthal is coming back as Punisher. It was a lot of shakeup where he wasn't coming back. They kept it under wraps. So I mean, I was just wondering, like, how do you guys feel like he is the I feel like at this point he is the Punisher. Like
he is a Punisher.
I can't think of anybody else in that role. He just has that raw grittiness.
Well, I'm a big fan of Tom Jane's Punisher, but
I was gonna say that's what I was saying. Like,
but I do like John Bernthal he's taken the character farther. Obviously, he's had the most screen time to do it. John Bernthal. Now, I mean, real quick, back to our boy Tom Jane here. Do you guys ever see the Dirty Laundry, the YouTube movie?
No.
Okay, so like he basically unofficially reprised the role of Punisher in a privately funded movie. He couldn't legally say he's Frank Castle, but I think it's called Dirty Laundry. If you want to scratch that Tom Jane Punisher itch, it's on YouTube.
I've seen that one. I remember it. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Where he goes into the
laundromat. Yeah.
Laundromat.
But yeah, John Bernthal, solid Punisher. Now the big problem here, obviously, is John Bernthal's Punisher is not PG-13, so to speak. He just rides that line very, very, very tight. I don't know. I'm like Daredevil on Disney Plus is already like, I know they edited. I never watched it. I should watch I really got to rewatch the Netflix series because I don't think I finished them all.
Is it still on? No, it's not even on Netflix anymore, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's on
No,
Disney Plus.
it's on Disney Plus
But
now.
they
But
edited it.
Disney Plus
Oh.
edited a few things,
Yeah.
and hey, maybe a certain podcast should do a retrospective review on some of these series. I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
But especially the Punisher one. I don't think I saw the second season.
I
don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, neither did I think.
So, but yeah, dude is real cool. Now, in Daredevil Reborn, I don't think Punisher's in the comic. There's another character, and I forgot his name. He's basically like the Punisher. He's got like the U.S. flag on his face. But he's I could, if that's what they're going for, I could see it fitting in the movie or in the show. But it's a very dark story. So I don't know if I'm wondering if Daredevil Reborn is just a name that they picked, or they're actually going to do the.
I'm sorry, it's Daredevil Born Again.
Born Again. If they're going to do the same story, or if it's just going to be like just a play off of the title. I don't know, but it's dark stuff.
I'm looking forward to it. I definitely agree. We should do a retrospective on
that first season of Daredevil was so good.
It was
I just
good.
remember loving it so much.
Yeah, no, the first season was very good, and it was. Wait, did Iron Fist come out before, or I think it came after, right?
Iron Fist came after season 2 of Daredevil,
which is crazy because
Daredevil. I gotta finish Iron Fist too. I never finished it.
I
never finished
it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was kind of cheesy. Comparatively coming off to like
Daredevil. I love that character though. It's one of those.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about it. You love Iron Fist. You want it to be.
He was done. Oh, and I didn't get a chance to say this here. My message to my boy Jimmy Gunn here. Now he and I both love Swamp Thing, and he wants to bring Swamp Thing back. I think it will be real cool if he, looking at how the Turtles are doing that same thing that Spider-Verse did, do that for Swamp Thing. Like draw from the comic book art style and like create something like really visually stunning. I don't think a live action movie, go for like a R-rated animated feature with Swamp Thing with like the crazy art style that you see in something pulled out of like the Vertigo comics, I think would look and be way cooler than what they're like a live action. I'm just saying, Jamie Gunn, you could do what you want, but he's a hard sell, but we both know he's worth it. So
that is, I'm looking right now at the comic style of like Vertigo. I mean, I don't remember. That would be cool.
Variety of styles to pull from, but like Swamp Thing would look real cool. Just the nature of his character in like 3D animated, I could see it really cool.
That is a good point. I wish studios would take a little bit more liberty with the cartoon animation style, because I mean, we obviously like, Ed's favorite show, Velma, right? The animation style was really cool animation style. We have TMNT, really cool animation style. Spider-Man, really cool animation style.
For sure.
He-Man, I think was a cool animation style. So I think I wish they would do a little bit, like take a little bit more risk, make it more into a comic book type story or comic book type animation, drawing from the original comic book, like they did with the Spider-Verse, keeping it like the 3D comic book animation. Really, really cool. Yeah, that would be kind of awesome. I would like to see something different for sure.
Yeah.
Like, and Swamp Thing is not a beloved series where like you can take liberty and people won't get too upset, right? It's not like
speak for yourself.
I'm okay. Okay.
No,
outside of connoisseur,
I would say that no. I would say that there is it's just like anything. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they took liberties with it, but there is a foundation that they need to stick to. He's a hard character to crack. That's why I would prefer James Gunn not do this. I don't want him to do this. I don't want him to do the Authority either. It just doesn't it's not going to end up well. It's going to end up like the Eternals, Inhumans, where the potential is astronomical, but you cannot translate it that well. So I don't know.
Well, ye of little faith, let our boy James Gunn do his thing.
Okay. I'll be the judge after the first 2 movies.
Yeah, just let him do his thing. Mm-hmm. You know, we've got a reboot. You know what I'm saying? Stop being a pessimist.
Now, if Guardians 3 sucks, we got ourselves a problem.
Well, that's his last entry into the Marvel universe. So, I mean, he better go out with a bang, but I think he will.
Better.
I think he will.
I think he will too, yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm waiting for. Give me my fucking Peacemaker, man.
Yeah.
Because that was the surprise show for me the previous year. So, give me my Peacemaker season 2, and let's see what he does with the MCU. But no, I was just curious about what you guys thought about Marvel with John Bernthal coming back as Punisher. It seems like Marvel right now making a lot of mistakes. That's one of their good choices for sure.
Yeah, I would rather see Punisher fight Moon Knight. Like that would be a cool.
That would be cool.
Fight.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
We could keep the door open for that down the road.
Yeah, we'll see. So. All right. Well, that's the only last thing I wanted to bring up. Do you guys have any other topics you want to discuss?
No, I think we're good.
Wrap up.
Ed Underground, take us out, bitch.
All right.
Well, before that, Ed, do you have anything you want to talk about?
Oh, fuck Ed.
Do I?
Okay, that's a no. All right.
All right.
All right, go ahead, take us out, man.
Take us out, sweet cheeks.
Hey, yo, Adrian. All right, this has been episode 78 of the Blur Podcast. You can find us on all major platforms. Talk with us live on twitch.tv/Blur Podcast. Hey, yo, Adrian.
That's you as a stroke victim?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. That I don't know if I should call 911 or what, but
no doubt though, prefer it to the Joker. So I'm good absolutely. With this.
Oh, yeah. Did you call my name?
All right.
You later.
All right.
Blur you later, Adrian.
All right, blur you guys later.
Hey, yo, blur you later.
Blur you later, yeah.
Blur you later.
And remember, you gotta fight from here, not from here.
Yeah, he's pointing at his stick.
You gotta play with that. All right. Anyways, we're out, guys.
Man, I thought my jokes were bad.